I am fully aware I know nothing. This is why I look deep within for the answers.
Yeah. It's coming up, right? Yeah. Yo. Yeah. Y'all should drug testers. My guess is I won't be on your guest list. I'm unimpressed with doing press kids. I'm good on looking desperate. I'm on the intersection exit, just missed the pedestrian. Been etched in stone for years and still I got room for perfection. Sometimes I random check it just to see if I still got it. To see it is still shocking. Was lost for words. I'll be lost for words. Still selling out arenas and of course some merch. Got my Emmy nomination. I directed my first docu-series. The EGOT is near me. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. This is not no theory. Pouring bottles of Hennessy. Got me talking choppy. Over sample chops from Chauncey. I'm lost for words. Was lost for words. My mom told me clean the room, never shop with saving son. Great to have it now, but when it triple shot to death, I had a key around my neck on a string. A curfew, yes, a time to be back at my rest. And my peers I will protect. There was pee all on the steps, slipped when our sneakers got wet. Scared to grab that tech, but I had to get my respect. I was wow. Was lost for words. My guess is someone to replace your soul. AI is only here to replicate and control. Imitating the original, then graft them a mold of the binary code. It's your patterns they stole. This my tactical flow, the one they can't redesign. You could redo the voice, but you could never read my mind. Was lost for words. These times got me lost for words. That says a lot for a wordsmith. From the free cheese line to Prezi Watts is my first shit. My old earth left, and she was here since my first steps. Therefore my first words, I asked her where was my work desk. To put rulers to paper, draw measurements, use them later. Punch numbers and calculators. I'm happy to say I made it. Lost for words, I'm speechless. I'm lost for words at the state of my nation's consciousness. Either you woke or nationalist is the politics. I'm lost for words for black babies with low confidence. You could do it too if I win, says the optimist. You ever see a wordless book that does not exist? Say no more, I move letters like Don Cornelius. Rest in peace. Lost for words, I'm speechless.
Why he keeps saying ooh? Cause that's how they face look every time I'm swinging through. Don't act like I'm screaming, get money first out the blue. Like I wasn't serving niggas 30s out my shoes, out my socks, out the hotels or meet me by my spot. By the shop or fucking meet me at the top, but by then you can't cop.
Like I really tell my moves though. Look,
20 teens, I turned 3 into a 4-way. Had the boy and the girl, but never went both ways. Never met Mr. West, but I know yay. Back page pimping, turn your BM to a throwaway. Pay the cost to be the boss, that's what I'm supposed to say. But I'm loose off the goose in the ocean spray. I'm still ballin' while I'm coaching since I know the play. The rules still apply, be out your mind, get you smoked today. And I ain't talking shit, I'm talking what I know, okay? You don't wanna listen, get the fuck, and don't smoke my J. Legendary DMV advocate, trust I know my way. I know my worth, with or without you, I'ma be on my way. Keep it a buck, you niggas suck, that's how I know you gay. Not for real, fuck niggas, all lowercase. I'm going in like it's an open safe. And I'm screaming, get money first, every time I show my face.
They walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step.
So I mean, that shit happens everywhere, no problem. The fact is this, listen, this is my fact, just to get to me.
People talk like they walk like we walk, no. They catching their breath, young and they step too slow. North side of PG, what we call
You know what you mean. Yes, sir.
I'm straight as a perm. Hard to scribble lyrics cause my thoughts are beyond words. Unmatched that.
So it begins, huh?
I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm excited.
Me too.
What I spit is hot burning, like hot to touch, so I'm never concerned with them jumpers.
I really don't get with folks that sit around and complain too much and keep trying to act like we're going through what they went through.
They treat us like Jesus, they won't believe us. I'm fed up. I show my
Because naturally women support men that's on their shit. If you really want her to be on that same type level with you and beyond, surpass that man.
Points. SmittysCorner.
I'm so cool, 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 I'm so cool.
God damn it. Okay. I apologize. Let me hit this. Hold on. Hold on. Let me leave. Hold on. All right. So are we there? Okay. So let me see something. All right. So we are live. I apologize, everybody. Respect. Welcome back to SmittysCorner. Now, let me do this. Unfortunately, you guys, I'm having a hard time because my microphone got disconnected. So let me go ahead and make sure I have everything in here. I want to make sure everything is set up. Okay. Please forgive me, y'all. I apologize. So we're gonna go ahead and get this going. We're gonna get this straight. All right. So just give me 1 second here. Let me go ahead and get this set up. All right. So boom. Okay, I got that in there. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and pull something up. I apologize for the inconvenience, everybody. I'm going to pull myself up twice. All right, so there we go. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm going to pull myself up twice, and we're going to get to this. Let's go. All right, 1 second. Let me see. Boom. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Let me see. Let me go stream. Let me log in. This is terrible. I'm so sorry, y'all, for all of this inconvenience. Please forgive me. I'm up here thinking everything is set, everything is good to go. All right, so boom. Wow. Hold on. Hey, Truth, you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, let me
Yeah, you got a little bit of an echo.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Still have an echo.
All right, hold on. Can you hear me? Wait, I'm trying to get rid of the echo. Let me do this. Shit. Let me see. Why is it doing this? Let me close the screen. Hold on. Mm, okay, let me see something. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Truth?
Yes, I can hear you. Still got an echo though.
Damn. I'm trying to. Hold on 1 second. And hey, look, thank you for your patience. 1 second.
Always, buddy.
How? Why is this? Okay, so hold on. It's only one. Boom. That is crazy. Can you hear me?
Yes.
The echo still there?
Yes, he's still doing it. I don't know what's going on.
All right, I'm going to work on that. We're going to get started with the video
Okay.
because I'm already late enough as it is. I'm going to work through this throughout it. Don't worry, I'm going to get it straight.
All right, it's fine. It's fine with me.
Y'all, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I was starting to stream. I ran into my desk and everything cut out.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. So I had to start over. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm going to pull this up. All right, here we go. Boom. Give me a second. I guess I'm on the hallway tonight. All right, so look, this is what we're going to talk about. Boy, I hate this. God, fucking. Okay. I'm going to pull up this video. It's not the video everybody else has been sharing. We are going to look at this, and we are going to comment on this. Yeah, I want to go right to his response because he pulls up the video, but we also get a good chance to hear what he has to say as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm about to mute. I digress. My mic is muted. Truth, let me know when you want me to pause.
Yes, sir.
Free to tap down the cash up that's scrolling behind.
Is there an echo?
Yes, you still have one.
No, on the video.
No.
And also hit the super chat support. I'm constantly trying to build up the Black House and get into, bring a new different vibe, different atmosphere and stuff like that. So we're gonna get right into it. Today I was on Cynthia G channel, and she was saying a bunch of stuff that's been conflicting what she used to argue about. And I actually made her say something that was real dumb. It's like every time, what's up, Shanika? Every time I have a conversation with Cynthia G, it seems like I'm the only one to make her speak something stupid, right? Because a lot of times the reason why it's so easy for me to.
JP just said, I get her to say something stupid. Very interesting.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, okay. Okay.
We're gonna get into a lot of this, don't worry. And I also have something else I want to tap into. But let's go.
To make her say something dumb. This very extremely educated woman that's right here, this one right here, she's very educated. She all this other type of stuff, but yet the president always makes sure I can bring out the dumbness out of her. She actually had made a statement. Well, I'm gonna let y'all hear it for yourselves. So, but before I get into that, let me shout out my Black House people that's in the chat. Shout outs to Tiki. He said, just checking in. What's up, Tiki? What's going on? Disability checks coming through this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, do you hear the shit he brags about?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It just shows, man, how far we have fallen, and the thing is, we have fallen through the ground. He shows that we didn't just hit the ground, bro. We fell through that mother.
Yeah.
And the sad part is, this is what entertains us. This is what lights up, the Black community day. They want to see someone be
Hey,
dirty.
hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear
Can
you
you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
I told you I was going to get it. I told you I was going to get it. I'm not that tech savvy, but if I fiddle around enough, we going to get it right. Okay, man, I'm so happy. Okay, y'all, we can do this the right way now. We are back. We are back. Let's go ahead and get it. Truth, go ahead and say what you got to say, sir. We on now. We on.
Yep. So no, we want to see this type of degeneracy. This is what we support. It is under the guise of quote unquote entertainment. So as long as it's called entertainment, then that gives everyone the license
Right.
to be
Right.
okay with this male performing in his life the way he is. So it's okay.
Okay. Okay. Now I will say this real quick, briefly, right? What I've noticed is that there is very much so a world of, listen, do you want to know why people like JP exist? Because we're just going to break this thing down. This is not really necessarily like a diss track or anything like that. It's just reality. The fact is that he and others like him exist because there is a large population of people. Listen, the large majority uplifts the small minority that should not be uplifted. And I'm just going to keep it at that. The fact is that there are people that really do attract and come to this. Who am I to say not get your paper? But I will say this. We're going to dive deep into what you're going to talk about tonight, my G. Let's go ahead and rock out. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get it.
I'm the only one that can make Princella and Cynthia G sounds like they need a disability check.
It's so hard to take this from the guy who would throw back a bag of Funyuns, shoo his daughters away, and say, thank you, EBT. Thank you, child support. Boy, we gonna get into this shit.
Even although they can pronounce their words better than I can. What's up, the world class? Shout out to the world class. What's going on, big brother? I'll fuck with the world class.
So I'm gonna skip right on into this. We ain't gonna waste too much time. Let's go ahead and get right on into when he talking about the bullshit. Let's go, people. Let's get it. Yeah, you already know. Crash out is the word. Let's go. Y'all ready? I digress. My mic is muted. Truth. Let me know when you want me to pause it. Anybody got something to say? Let's go ahead and get it. Let's rock out. Yeah, I'm going to do the different video. I'm going to straight to his. Forget their little 10-minute conversation. Let's hear what this man has to say in its entirety, because let's be for real. Everybody made JP the star, so we're going to make him the star today. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Okay, and okay, so when you it's very aggressive based on science. To answer the question,
would have to come to the conclusion that black men hate women more because they have.
Wrong one, y'all. Wrong one. She deleted that part out, right? She deleted me out. She deleted me out.
Come up here, think you're wasting time. I'm telling you.
The Sophia Code is very powerful, but it does talk about their book masters, but like ISIS.
But Cynthia G, you quick, not quick enough.
Mother Mary, he's an ass by
right, and that God of the Old Testament.
Definitely, I'm getting the Sophia Code. Don't come up here and think you're wasting time. I'm telling you that right now. Don't do it. You better.
But thank you for letting me up. I appreciate it.
Okay, so the Queen Slayer official said God's wife is not Sophia. Her name is Ashera. Is that Shira Seven's name too? Ashera? Is her name really Ashera? And she cut it and called it Shira. James, what do you got to say? You got the last 10 minutes to waste time. What do you got to say?
Okay.
Now, I want to say this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. Let me get back into here. Truth.
Yes.
I actually know a James. Okay. Now, this is the James that I know. It's your boy. What's going on, James?
You know what, yo? You know,
Why you always look like you stealing, even though it's put out there for you?
Hey, you know what? That's a
Like you just
actual
can't
great
help but to look
point
like a
that you
thief.
just made.
Like I
Why
got
you
the
look like you
costume on, I might
stealing
as well. Yeah, I know you was
when
gonna
it's
like the
out
master
there for
chunks.
you?
I knew you was gonna like them. hey, bro, don't choke. Don't, James, don't choke, James. Don't.
Why is he holding his
Look,
hands
you
up and
slobbing.
he
Come
ain't
on, James, don't
holding
choke. Slow down. Yeah, thank you, bro. Like you biting off more than you can chew. Slow down. Goddamn. I'm just saying. I know what James in real life. Salutes. Hey, Native, get up here, bro. This shit get real greasy. We need you, Native.
Lord, bro, was good, shorty.
Man,
good?
what? So listen, I just want to make it clear. So when she said what she said on this part right here, when she said this part right here, hold on. When she said this part right here, okay, here we go. This part right here. This shit tripped me the fuck out. I ain't gonna lie. So when I hear this, hold on, here we go. Share screen. I got you. Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and boom. So when she say this right here,
We're book masters, but like ISIS,
But Cynthia G, you quick, not quick enough.
Mother Mary, he's an asked by
Right, and that God of the Old Testament.
Definitely, I'm getting the Sophia code. Don't come up here thinking you wasting time. I'm telling you that right now. Don't do it. You better.
But thank you for letting me up. I appreciate it.
Okay, so the Queen Slayer official said God's wife is not Sophia. Her name is Ashera. Is that Shira Seven's name too? Ashera? Is her name really Ashera? And she cut it and called it Ashera. James, what do you got to say? You got to.
that's right. That's James. That's James. I just pulled him up. Okay, let's not forget. I got a real live James. I feed him every night. His name is James Delonte III. That's right, James Delonte III. He showed me his ID one day. I didn't know the nigga had kids and 2 baby mamas. Let's go.
Last 10 minutes to waste time. What do you got to say?
Okay, well, I like to say the reason why black men have so much hatred. Well, I assume that they have that much hatred. A lot of black men feel like black women is the vessel.
Now, first of all, let's go ahead and pour into that. Him even respond. Look, she pulled him up because she knows that he's like bait. She know he's easy bait. That's an easy cooked dinner, bruh. First and foremost, okay. The proper response would not be that. I mean, the proper response would be: black men are not angry. We are just maybe fed up, or maybe we are just tired of being looked at in the wrong light. We are sick of having these itchy wool jackets put on us that don't fit. Not we are angry. You don't feed into, yeah, now let me tell you why we mad. Because regardless, if you knew anything about the mind of a woman, you're never going to be able to substantiate that, no matter how much sense you make, no matter how many logical points you make, no matter how chill and calm you say it. The very moment you say, I'm an angry black man, the game is over. She got you in the corner. It's her ball. She won. You said the wrong thing out the gate. Do you have anything on that truth before I push play, or you good?
No, you're absolutely right, bro. The problem the reason why JP has this allure because he's honest about his feelings to a fault. And I made sure I put honest about his feelings because he's not an honest person. So what happens is
okay.
She already knew that he would give her what she needed as far as to make sure however her show was going, she was going to make this a living and real-time example. And this is the part that I don't like is they use him
Right, as the example
as
of
the
black.
example
Come
for
on now.
black
I
men.
know where you at.
They
Exactly.
use this as this is what black men are. This
Now,
right here.
now let me ask you this though. Is it really her fault that he chose to step up in such a crash out way? Is it her fault that he's not a white dude saying this and he is JP from Wisconsin? You know what I'm saying? Coming up there doing what we all know that JP does. Now, I said it earlier. I do recognize, like, do you expect anything less from what he said? Like, I don't have a shock value to what JP says anymore. You know what I would have a shock value to what he says? Is if he actually said anything remotely close to the polar opposite of what we normally hear. That would be shock value. Anything outside of that, bruh, I just say, like, why y'all why y'all up in arms? It's JP. You don't know what to expect by now. Since the days when Anton first put him on. Because I remember that. I remember him in that dark ass room with Anton and him putting them on. I remember that live. And I thought they was talking about, I said, that's not Rap-A-Lot, son. But listen, then I had to recognize we ain't talking about the same one. But listen, I'm just saying, I get it. Right. So the fact is that he has, put himself in a position where, and then he has for president on top of that, like, she gonna feed off of every last letter, syllable, synonym, any and everything said, correct or not correct. She gonna eat up off of it, and she knows why she pulled him up, and I know why she pulled him up, to make an example of. But unfortunately, he's not a representation of us. That's where the confusion can come in.
Correct. He's not. And the thing is, I'm not saying, because I've said this before.
Mm-hmm.
Is majority of the black males in our community men? No. Is majority of the black males in our community have love, loyalty, commitment, accountability, integrity, responsibility? No. But are they him? No.
Right.
That is literally the scraping of the bottom of the barrel, and that do not account for.
Right.
It don't account for. And that's the problem that I have, is when they hear the things that he say, like you said, we are not shocked by it because this is who he is. And I am a person that is glad when people do show you who they are. What I can't stand is wolves,
that's a fact.
Chameleons, and daggone snakes that blend in. I don't like that. I love that he is himself, because it allows you to make an informed decision of how to deal with him.
Point blank, period. And that's where, listen, and everything you just described and how you articulated that is a man that spoke from not his feelings, but a man that spoke from objectiveness and discernment. And that's where I hear the difference in the wording and how it's placed. Not that you say what it is I want to hear. I could care less about that. But does it make sense? And that's all that I'm at. Let's keep on rocking out.
Of the white man. So essentially they view black women like the government, not just food stamps and welfare, but everything.
Do you think this is a projection?
No, yes. And because a lot of a negative experience that we have had growing, the upbringing of, the dealings with black women and black men, and they feel like black women stood in the way of their growth, meaning that, they stood in the way, wanted to raise men instead, not their fathers. They feel like black women stood in the way and to prevent their fathers from being in their life. And most black men not going to admit it, but we feel like we are feminine because our mothers wanted to be.
He just says all the wrong shit. We feel like we're feminine. Bro, first and foremost, men don't even like to use that term and word. Like, that's something, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, we reserve that to the utmost. We don't just bust out of nowhere in any type of circumstance talking about I feel. Men generally only respond. Do you want to know why? Because discernment. Do you want to know what discernment and thought out process brings about? Not you feel, but I know. What I know is this. What I have researched and found out is that. That's the part, like, this man is saying all the wrong shit. But with that being said, you know we got to introduce my man. You know we got to introduce the fellow native. I'm so proud to say we got Merlin in the building. Stop playing with me. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Everybody welcome ACOG, my man Chop.
I'm so cool, 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 I'm so cool.
Okay, now what's going on? What's going on, Chop?
What's going on? How y'all
Yeah.
feeling? What's going on, Trey? How you feeling?
Good day to you, little bro. Always
Man,
a pleasure.
all day in the paint, all day in the paint. Respect to you, native. So yeah, man. I don't know. Do you want to tap in, or you just getting here? You want to listen more before you get in there, or you got something you want to hit on first?
I don't know about what do you say? Most men feel feminine or don't want to admit they feel feminine. I don't know what you talking about.
Hey, bruh. Let's run that little piece back. Let's Yo man, wild with it, Chop. Yo man, wild with it.
Stood in the way and to prevent their fathers from being in their life. And most black men not going to admit it, but we feel like we are feminine because our mothers.
Most black men feel like we feminine.
Man, dog, man. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes.
Now
And this
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it said. Then I want you to rock out. It says this right here.
Because the laws of science differ fundamentally from those of
Rock out, Chop. Rock out.
now he is speaking from personal experience.
Yep.
This is what I'm gonna say, because a lot of us, and it's sad to say, a lot of us males didn't grow up without our father figures in the household to show us certain things. But me being an example, I never once could say, no, I felt feminine in any kind of way. Like, now, have I been emotional? Yes, I have been emotional at times. Yes, but I'm gonna say this: I haven't really felt any kind of emotion towards a female until I met my wife. So that's a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was saying, as males, we don't have men to actually show us how to handle our emotions and stuff like that. Yes, that is true. But to say we feel feminine, no, that's a different kind of feeling. Being feminine and having emotions is two different things.
Nah, I was leaving the floor open for you, Truth, if you wanted to hop in.
Yeah. So like Chop said, he and I've spoken to Jay Prince about this, for years. And I told him, I said, I'm glad you're being honest, but what's happening is you're conflating your experience and you're projecting, and you're trying to project that onto all of us. Homeboy, I grew up with 4 great men: my biological father and my stepfather, my grandfather, my uncle. So that effeminate energy that has overtaken you, I don't understand that at all. I never.
Yeah, it is. It is hard to relate. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't experience that, nor do I handle myself in that manner. And on here, we have a problem with conflating and convoluting conversations instead of learning how to properly, apply compartmentalization with certain aspects of life. There's a difference between being emotional and expressing emotion. We're all going to express emotion because we're human. What happens is where you see him, he's overtly emotional. And every person on this planet that comes from a mom and a dad will have masculine and feminine energy in them. What I would explain to guys is that your feminine energy should not overtake your masculine energy. There is no balance with that. You should be more masculine than feminine. And the feminine energy is applied at certain aspects of life, like
Right.
with your children, with your woman.
Right.
This is how you become relatable so they can understand that you actually care. You can't be harsh and hard with them because then it's hard for them to understand because they don't have that energy on that side.
Exactly, bro.
Hey, Smitty,
Wow.
you need some sound effects buttons so where people hit points and shit. You
Hey,
can
look though.
ding 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 Don DeMarco,
Hey, look
saying shit
though,
like
right
that.
here. Look, I'm getting all that set up. I'm on my way. Don't you worry. We on our way. Oh, we got everything. I told people I got a bunch of books. I have everything needed. I just don't have nobody to help teach me how to use this. So y'all just gonna have to wait till I learn it myself step by step. You see, I learned how to pull up videos.
Yeah,
Bruh, this shit was always a magical thing to me. I'm very much so like a campfire starter from scratch. No matches, a lighter needed. Treehouse builder, help you do that touch up paint. I've always been hands on. This whole pushing buttons and technological world is very new to me. And even though I'm 2 years in, I'm still a baby in this because remember when you was born and you're only 2 years old, how much did you know? That's all I have to say.
Yeah, me too.
Nah,
I'm
hey,
further along than me.
you get you a soundboard. Yeah, I can go over some of the stuff with you with the soundboard because I
I
done
bet
hooked up
that.
my soundboard
Look,
and
we're gonna make this real simple. We're gonna make it real simple. After this, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna hit your DM, I'm gonna go ahead, leave my cell and shit. We're gonna go ahead, chop it up.
Absolutely. That's how
It's just that simple, my G. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one, you know what I'm saying? And whatever it is that I have to provide on my services of wisdom and information, you always make sure my number's open. That's all I got to say. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's get back to this video. Let's see what this man JP has to say. But you already know, before we do, let's go ahead and let's dive back down below.
Are y'all ready, kids? Oh shit!
Wanted to be dominant over the fathers, and so a lot of boys that was raised up under their mama was raised up feminine, just like their mama.
So they're delusional, basically.
Well, yes, I would say we delusional.
This nigga just don't know what to say. So first we're feminine. Now we're delusional. You fall into every trap because you think by agreeing that you're going to keep her attention, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
She's laying cookie trail crumbs. And you as Hansel and Gretel all in once are walking straight to the gingerbread house.
Yep. And that's the crazy part.
It's wild, bro. He don't even get, I'm listening and just piece by piece. I'm looking at the, come this way. Keep on coming. Almost there. Let's keep on rocking up.
Delusional because our upbringing, we didn't have that masculine, and then for black women to make fun of black men.
The black man walked out. You didn't have the masculine.
No matter how it happened, she chose them though.
no matter how it happened, she chose him. Whatever happened to you as the captain of the ship and the leader, you are to make sure that anything in any direction that you both go into, you navigate the trajectory. What happened to you taking charge, taking leadership? And I don't mean that in sit down and do what I say, woman. I mean that in the sense of women, as we know, are attracted to a man that knows what direction he's going in, a man that knows time and place of when to insert himself and when to fall back. And you just keep, but once again, this is our president, right? Or is it you see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy the things that's said. Let me go ahead and get to this comment real quick, y'all. So JP admits black men are delusional. See. Now listen. Before I even finish reading this comment, you see what you just did, JP? You see the attention you bring upon us. You see it now? Do you get it? This automatically, from you saying that, there are women who will look and listen, and you have to remember, they do not receive information the same way, not less,
Correct,
not higher. Just it's not the same. It's different. So when you say that, comments like this pop up. So JP admits black men are delusional. He is another black man out of order. Clearly, he always blames black women for his choices. Now, watch this, JP. With your track record in history, how much ammo do us as men have to defend you? Where's not? I know it's a real question. Right now, in that moment, when she said that, when Travel One said this right here, and me knowing what it is, and everybody else up here that has seen what you do. So I want us to remember this, okay, people? I'm about to pull something up, bump all this right here. This is what I'm about to do right now, because we're gonna get to it. So I want us to remember this, okay? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. So this is what we're gonna do. All right. Now I want y'all to remember. This is why it's so frustrating, because the same man that's up there now is the same man that did this video right here, right? So here we go. Here we go. That's the same man that did this right here. So I got two for us right here. Boom. We're gonna present. We're gonna present. Okay. This is the same man, y'all. This is the same man. Okay. Same man. Okay. All right.
Impactful niggas really is. Niggas is so influential. Think about what I'm finna say. Think about what I'm about to say. Niggas is so influential to the point where we can put sugar on shit. Fuck sugar. We don't got to have to put the sugar. We can put hot sauce on shit and boil it and name it shitlings. And then when you motherfuckers just go in that pot and try to sneak some. To the point where the whole world love eating shitlings with hot sauce. Who you think created that? Niggas.
Hey, bro.
So we only good for making shitlings, bro?
Hey, bro. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, and I keep trying to tell people. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? What is a video like that? How many words is that worth? That's what you should ask yourself. First and foremost, we got somebody pushing 40 with a bonnet on, G.
No locks. I never seen the bonnet when he had his wicks. He might have. I'm just saying. I don't know where the bonnet came from after he cut his head, but that's okay. I just want us to remember the person that we're listening to. This is the guy that is saying everything that he's saying now. Don't forget this moment. Don't forget this moment right here.
Yeah.
Let's see which is more important. Let's see. Let's see which is more important. Whoever's on that phone right now, or baby girl in there. All I'm gonna do is push play. You make your own judgment.
He don't know what he done missed out on. Cause you got some good pussy. Yeah, you got some good pussy. I don't know what he missing out. He tripping. That shit was just crazy. Me being up in his car, and I seen your face. I'm like, I know her. I'm saying to myself, I'm like, oh shit. But then I remember about when I ordered you the Uber. He came to his own house. I'm like, where James? That shit was funny. You had me dying. You thought I was lying? Yeah, because I'm like, that can't be. So why you didn't put two and two together? I told you when I was over there. Okay, I'm gonna say it when I get off live, but go back in there, babe. You said what? I told you when I was over there, he's green as hell.
Which do you think is more important? Baby girl who just fixed her airplane. She just wanted to show dad. Or whoever's on the phone. Just an observation from father to father. Y'all keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted.
Yep. Bro, once again.
I'm just saying. I want us to remember that's the same guy. That's who we listening to right now, right? So let's not forget this shit. That's all I'm basically saying with this right here. Right? So let's go ahead and get back to the video.
Hold on, I just want to say something real quick.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I just got to pull it up. Yeah.
So you showed us two separate videos. One when he was trying to explain, I guess he was trying to explain food culture with the black community with a bonnet on his head. Then the next video, which is more alarming, because once again, you're supposed to be coming on to have a conversation with this woman out of all people, not knowing that she has plenty of access to the same videos Smitty just easily laid up there. And you think for anything other than to make you a living example, to set a fire to your ass in front of everybody, you believe that you are having an actual conversation of exchangements of idealism when she's using you just like Princella did as a prop to illustrate that their books, their ideology, their POV, their whole behavior, lifestyle, and the way they interact with black men is convenient because of you. And then let alone, this is the worst part about it. You had a young, beautiful little girl calling for her daddy.
Yeah, I got that part.
Exemplifying you right now are in the opposite position of the position that you were in when you were young. And you are proving to her right now that in spite of that, black men, if they was in the position of black women, would be more like you and would fail and interact with their children, their daughters, the way you are. Congratulations. You have done set the city boys back, the black male community back to an all-time low once again, and you felt as though that you had the upper hand. This shows your lack of IQ, discernment, and anything that's relevancy towards common sense.
Situational awareness.
I was about to say that. Situational, environmental awareness, which are two key elements of being a man. You have actually none of it. Not even a CC, which is a volume leveler to the drop of a syringe. You don't even have a droplet in that area.
Ain't that something? Chop, what you got before I push play? I want you to get in there too.
It's sad. That's all. You go ahead and play. Because I'm still catching up, but I see where this is going at.
Oh, it's gonna get much better. I got you, my G. Don't you worry about it. Let's keep on rocking out. But look, I want us and last but not least, right? I want to remind us, okay? So all that he was saying, I want us to be reminded of who we are talking. I want us to be reminded of exactly who we're talking about, okay? We're talking about this guy right here. This is who we talking about. Don't you forget this shit. Hey, James. Come on, James. Look, we're not gonna keep going through this every night.
Hey, yo, this is funny as hell.
Hey, bro, I'm right here talking to you. Like, please, bro. What? Hey, James, stop playing. You done already made a mess. Thank you. Hey, James. I just want us to remember that's who we talking about today. Let's go ahead and get back to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and rock out. Let's do it. And of course, as always, let's go ahead and dive back down to earth.
Oh shit. So mad because black women keep choosing to have children with black men.
No, not black men, meaning every last one of them.
They're having children with black men. That's
Yes,
they're having children.
Yeah, but every black man then walk out. That's a
Nearly
fallacy.
all black women have children with black men.
Right,
So
but I'm not saying
you're not
you
gonna
make it
make
seem
this.
as though
Hold
black
on
men
for a second.
all of them walked out.
Break was over 15 minutes ago, bitch! I am an enforcer, man. Don't nothing go down in my house. It's 100% hard, baby. Sure, I jack a few fools. I give them the pain. But sometimes it's about intimidation, you know. It's mind games.
James, all of them don't need to walk out. The vast majority of them walked out. There has always, since there's been absentee fatherhood in the black community, it's always been a very high rate.
Now, we have 3 men up here. JP is not the best representation for that argument. Whether that is the actual case or not, the fact is, I'm going to be honest, I haven't looked too deep into that statistic. And I always 1000% will make it clear, I guard my tongue if I lack the knowledge and information. I will never just get up here and just tell you anything. I will always say, I don't know. Let's look it up together. What she just said, from what you brothers may know and do not know, is that accurate?
So that's why I said I know how to, appropriately put my feelings to a side and deal with things logically.
You on Smitty's Corner. I literally built this place so you have somewhere to just vent.
Right.
Just don't get me struck by what you say. You know what triggers.
Oh no, absolutely. Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
it, bro. Listen, look, but everybody, the thoughts of truth is not the thoughts of Smitty and or AC.
That's a
It is
fact.
truth alone. Truth alone.
That's
you
a
have
fact.
the floor, my brother.
That's a fact. So With that being said, we already know who y'all dealing with. This is truth. So what she just said, even though this is the wrong example to be up here talking for us, she is absolutely incorrect. Now, I don't need a rocket scientist nor a percentile or totality of measurement. What all you have to do is go across any spectrum. For those of us up here that have dealt with a lot of women, I am one of them. How many women come to you and tell you, I left that nigga?
What?
They say it every single time. They never said, oh, he left me. They will either say it's a mutual departure or I left that nigga, not he left me. So her stating that men leave their families, no, it's incorrect. What she should have said is men cause the breakdown of their families by doing some F&F type ish. That's what she should have said. But as far as a dog leaving where he's fed, where he's screwed, where he's housed, where he's clothed, no. That is a very, very rare occurrence that a man leaves his abode. When we lay down roots, we're very simple and we're very consistent. We ain't trying to move unless it's a necessity.
I will say there is some agreement there, and the reason why I say it is simply because I know for a fact, me personally, I know I always say this: men become creatures of habit. What does that mean? We are routine, from the route we take to the grocery store, what we do every
Yes.
morning, how we do it, around what time we do this, my nap time, whatever it may consist of, we do at some point. We just fall into this is what I do.
Can I chime in real
I've
quick?
been waiting for you to, sir. It's your
Okay.
time. It's your time to shine.
Okay. Well, I'm on the other hand on the opposite side. I like statistics. I like to know when we talking about certain things, right? And remember we had this conversation. We had a conversation. We were saying basically how much of Africa is colonized. So I looked it up, right? No
That's
part of
I
Africa
remember.
is colonized. No part of Africa is colonized since like the mid 2000s when they had the little treaty or whatever that
Right,
made them
right.
their own
Okay.
shit. So no part is colonized
Okay.
technically. All right. So like you said, I like to find out information when we talk about certain things, right? So while y'all was doing what y'all was doing, I'm gonna just go ahead and read these statistics off, and then we're
Go
gonna
ahead.
talk about it,
I
right?
like that. I like that. If you was
So
able to share your screen, bro, you can do that. But I mean, if you just gonna
no,
read
no,
it,
I can't. I
no,
can't
no, no.
share screen
Go ahead,
because
go
I'm
ahead,
on
go
a
ahead.
different phone.
No, no, no. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Read it off. My bad.
All right, all right. So this is according to 2003, right? So it says single fathers, right? Black fathers. It says 29%, right? With 29% of black fathers in this room. So which means they're in that child's life, right? Okay. Then we go down to father involvement. Black fathers are more involved in activities with their children or other groups. For example, 41% of black fathers in the home help their children with homework every day compared to 29% of Hispanic fathers and 28% of white fathers. Living arrangements. In 2003, 46% of black children lived in two-parent homes compared to 76% white children and 67% Hispanic children. So with that being said, I mean it looks like the highest percent has always been the white people. From back in the day, it's always been the white people. We wouldn't have Section 8 welfare and all that bullshit, food stamps and all that shit if it wasn't for the white people not having fathers in their household. But I mean, you can go ahead with your bullshit narratives and say whatever the fuck you want to say. But all you gotta do is Google the shit, just like I did. And it'll tell you right there.
Exactly.
We getting into it. We gonna get into it even deeper. Let's keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted. Salute the Truth and Tequila in the building. I appreciate you for stopping by, family. Thank you so much for your contribution to the chat. Let's keep on going.
It's always
So
black men did walk out. They did walk out, and they're lying.
Okay, so
And remember, speak up, fellas. If you
Pause that.
I was just about to say that.
Black fathers did not just walk out. We was forced out by the bullshit government assistance and all that shit that they receive after the father leaves the household.
Talking about when we had to actually leave so that the woman can receive services because she had to falsely put down. I don't know where that nigga's at, but really, we are still together.
And then it started being used as a weapon.
Yeah, it's a real thing. That is a
That's
real
a fact, Chop.
Yeah.
And that's the premise.
So,
go ahead, bro.
No, I already say let's not forget how they sent all the men at war that made the women go to work, and they gave them that voice to say, oh, fuck the men. I mean, we got government assistance and all that. We got the government looking out for us. We don't need a man in the household.
Yeah.
Now,
so there's a whole.
Go ahead, Chop.
No, I was just saying it's a whole agenda to that whole shit. So, yeah.
Now, I want to make sure that we make this very, very clear. I want to make sure this is clear. Am I coming through clear? I'm not glitching, right?
No, yeah.
Good. Everything that's being spoken about is not the totality. It is not the entirety of black men or black women. Nothing you hear here, nothing that you hear here tonight is the totality. We are talking about only a subset group. We are only talking about a small portion. But unfortunately, this small portion is very much so loud on the airwaves. Unfortunately, this small, like JP, are we really going to sit up here, anybody, and say JP is the majority of how black men think and operate and move? Come on now. So listen. So I just want to make it clear. Anything that is said, no, I got to do this, Chop, because I didn't realize how serious it is on the internet. Folks are really, if you don't make it very clear, they will really think that you are in a certain direction. I am a civilian. I am not manosphere. I am not all women's rights and everything else. I am about the progression and the righteousness of whatever it is that will build back the community in its entirety. I want the elders to thrive. I want the children to thrive. I want the women to thrive. And I want to smile and sit back and know that me and the rest of the men did our due diligence to make sure that all of you all are taken care of and safe. And I just want to be respected and left alone once I do so.
Yeah. And
that's it.
That right there is 100% fact. And again, when you have a problem with compartmentalization, people will hear one thing and then they apply it to the inverse. Once again, Jay Prince is Jay Prince. And Jay Prince is the representation of trash. That's what we're going to call it. And the trash that he represents, any decent, because I will never call myself good, decent man.
Because only one is good, and that is God. Keep going. We know where you at.
My man. Decent man will understand that the title and the responsibility of a man goes hand in hand. And what he's describing, what he exemplifies in his actual daily life, is not indicative of a man. And the last part to what I'm saying now, I'm gonna save it to the end because it has to do with this whole exchange.
Not a problem. Chop, you got any last pieces before I get back to the video?
No, you go back.
Let's say that'll be true. So nobody's asking why black men decide to walk out from that black
They didn't have
woman.
no money. No, it's documented. It's documented in the Moynihan report and every single report. Black men couldn't provide for their children, so despite continuously creating them, they just abandoned them. That's why they abandoned them because they couldn't afford to take care of them.
If we're going to be honest, the black woman couldn't provide for them neither. They both was a piece of shit. Black women and black men.
Does the Bible say is the provider?
The black woman is just something on this high
What does the Bible say is the
Yeah,
provider?
pause that. Pause alone. Yeah.
They say the man. Yeah,
right.
but
so black women don't need to have no money.
Brody.
In a patriarchal system,
He might have stepped away.
Stepped away.
But but this is the same Bible that you trying to debunk.
Hold on. In the patriarchal system, that black men not only subscribe to but protect. Who's supposed to be the provider?
Oh, I will say that Bible says the man, but you trying to debunk.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Bruh,
Yeah,
no.
he's.
I heard y'all the first time you said it. My goddamn screen cut out. I'm trying to get the bitch back on. I'm hearing y'all crying and screaming for me. I'm like, this one goddamn again. I've been having problems all night. I told y'all that. I'm so sorry. I heard you the first time. You know what I'm do? I'm trying to rewind this bad boy back about 15 seconds or so. Okay, there we go. Bow. My bad. I'm right here. I hear y'all. I cannot stop the shit.
Go back about 10 more and press play for me.
Hold on. Let me see.
To have children with black men.
Right there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Right there.
Keep playing though.
Hold on. Let me see.
Right, not just food stamps and welfare.
Right there.
No, you gotta go back some more. We gotta go
back. You gotta go back. Yeah, you jumped too far.
Hold on. Oh shit. You mean forward?
I mean, forward.
Yeah, forward, bro.
Fatherhood in the black community, it's always been a very high rate.
Right there?
Right here. Yeah, press play. Yeah, press play for a minute.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think this is where it's at. Hold on. Press play.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Bye.
Fatherhood in the black community, it's always been a very high rate. It's always been. Black men did walk out. They did walk out in their life.
Okay, so let's say that'll be true.
Oh no, you gotta go back a little
asking bit. Why black men?
The patriarchal system says the man. Not only did the patriarchal system say the man, but they orchestrated a situation where
just F it.
No. Hold on. Right here?
No, it's back some, but it's back the other way.
Right.
Oh. So you talking about that direction? You talking about this direction?
Yeah.
Fatherhood in the black community, it's always been a very high rate.
So it's that's why I should have kept track of the.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So what happened was before we told you to stop.
Yeah,
he said, don't let's not get it twisted. Yeah, I mean the black man and the black woman both a piece of shit. Yeah, man, and that's what we was like. Whoa, pause it right there.
Yeah. He did say that. Yeah.
So the reason why I said pause it is because now when he said that, because of when she tried to hurry up and jump and say that black men is not paying this, black men is not paying that, so that's what it's mean to leave and abandon your children because they can't afford them. And Jay Prince said, well, both black men and black women both can't afford them. Now, this is why my emotions are out of. He is absolutely 1000% correct with that. Then she went and ran, and I can't stand when people do this. She went and ran and want to jump to Bible and say, well, who's supposed to be the providers? That's not what we're talking about.
Right.
Let's stay right here.
Right.
Like you don't have ADHD, do you, Miss Cynthia? Okay, so you shouldn't have a problem staying focused. The subject matter was we're talking about. You said about provision and providing.
Right.
Jay Princeton said neither the black men nor the black woman. On an overwhelmingly whole, That is true when you get down to the context of it, because then they wouldn't need resources. They wouldn't be complaining. The child wouldn't suffer if all of a sudden the black man is gone and then the child is doing well. No, we agree.
Right.
The black man fucked up by not being there, and now the child is suffering. But it doesn't mean that the child is suffering and now the black woman is taking care of everything. No, she's got it now. She needs help around the board. This is where that village shit comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So then she ran to the Bible. We're not going to run to the Bible. The question is, overwhelmingly, when we look around, when a child is suffering from lack of a dad, is all of a sudden his life turn out better with the mom? Or is she then usually looking around for resources and struggling and trying to work 2 jobs and trying to fit the bill?
I see. Okay. All right. No, definitely valid right there. Okay. Let's keep on rocking out. I digress. My mic is muted, but yeah, I definitely heard him when he said we all piece of shit. I was like,
yeah,
this guy. I was on the computer and doing work while he said it. I remember that. That was a little bit earlier.
I don't disagree with that, but I hate when they start throwing this Bible thing in there. When number one, I keep saying this, you don't read the word, you don't believe in anything until it's trying to push your narrative. You only care about that, but your behavior, your response, your adoration, your onlook towards the man is out of place. And it specifically says in the Bible, if you're not in that standing with your man, you're in sin. So let's get that straight.
Right.
And when it's talking about provision and protection of family, God is not talking about baby mamas. Even though as men, we take on our responsibility, because that's just, it's called the moral and right thing to do. When we're talking about lawfully and divine God law, that child is considered a bastard, and really he's saying you're not supposed to be taking care of that. It's a reason why Abraham had to kick out Ishmael and Hagar and get them the heck out. And God said, hearken unto your wife and get that out of here. You're going to feel a certain type of way about this because you're the one that chose to live in sin, to not trust in me, to jump the gun and get another woman pregnant. And also, once again, listen to your daggone wife instead of having faith in me, knowing, as I proved time and time again, that I was going to give you the child of promise. Now your child of promise is here. Now that one got to go.
God damn it.
You know what's crazy? Because I'm glad you brought that up, True. Because listen to Brother Bolo, right? And he was breaking down Samson, and he was breaking down how
shout out to Brother Bolo.
He was breaking down how Samson was a simp. And I'm like, see, that's the problem, bro. Like people get on here instead of just standing on your man business and speaking like for real as a man would speak. You cater to what the woman wants you to say, and then you fall victim for being like it's kind of like a succubus. You know what I'm saying? I'm a throw this siren out here, and then you just gonna fall right into whatever I'm saying or whatever I'm singing. You're gonna fall right into it without no thoughts.
Okay. Real quick before we get because I want to get back to the video. Truth, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put you and Travel in the box. I believe that yeah, y'all gonna be in the box from the panel in the chat. So I believe her comments are directed.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull it up. All right, I'm gonna read it.
Yes,
and
sir.
you can give your response, and we're going to keep on going. Travel, I'm letting you know, I'm only going to give you about 2 more comments after this, so make sure you put it in a good format so we can get back to the video. So Travel's comment to you, Truth, I'm considering is so black men so more blame on black women for speaking about what's going on because she is studied and has witnesses. It is in black community. right? So she studies what's in the black community. So black women who know can't be fooled. It works. So this is the main one I want to get to right here. All right. So I want you to respond to this first.
Okay.
So black men say you're the leaders. So it seems you want black women to lead and pay for everything, which black women have done for generations, paid for everything, right? Her words, paraphrasing. Exactly what are black men doing? Because you're so used to the 50-50 and the black women's crutch. Truth, you got the floor.
Yes, I love this. So now let's deal with it a line before line, precept upon precept. Pull that up, my brother. This is going to be nice and easy so you can get back to putting in this great work as you do so lovely. All right. So black men say you are the leaders. Okay. So number one, leaders don't say we are leaders. We lead. We lead even when no one is following. And most importantly, we stand on our convictions, our wherewithal, our understanding, our knowledge, our wisdom, our experience. Even if the unpopulated and unpleasurable masses are all against you, guess what? You learn how to be a man that stand on that rock alone, as Christ did so eloquently. So it seems you want the black woman to lead and pay for everything. No man that I know, and that's why I said man, not male, has ever let a woman pay for anything, let alone we are very uncomfortable about our women's getting us anything.
Okay, now. Okay.
I know Smitty know what I'm talking about. So the next one, which
I've lived long enough. I've lived long enough. So hold on. Here we go. No, because it's only going to be 3. So that was the first. The second one you're going to respond to is this right here.
No, I'm still in the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't skip. What's the name? I'm still in the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, these are all the same. I'm still reading the same. What's the name? I'm just going. That's so we
got you down the line. Go ahead. Keep on going.
All right. So, exactly what are black men doing? Because you're so used to 50-50 in the black woman crutch. All right. So, little history. Unlike majority of y'all, I was born in wedlock. I came from a household where my grandmother didn't work. On both sides of my family, they both were married. My mother was married to my father, my biological father, where he took care of everything. He was a carpenter. This is the lifestyle that I know. My mother then remarried to my younger brother. The same thing happened again. So traditionalism, that is my lifestyle and what I only understand, which is the only way that I can flourish. I can't flourish in modernism, which is why when I have tried to deal with a modern woman, it does not work. Doesn't mean the modern woman was bad. It just means she's not the type of woman that I understand and seen growing up and understand how to live for that individual. Secondly, I am currently married. My woman is not working, nor will she be working, and I am going to continue to take care of my family. 50-50 don't run over here. I don't believe it, nor do my woman ever will she tell me, like she told me straight up.
Okay.
You want me, you going to take care of me. So we don't roll like that. And everything and all my standards in my lifestyle is biblical.
Mm-hmm.
As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Joshua 24. Now, this is the main one right here. What's the name? And then we can get.
I want you to keep it in a nutshell because I want to get to her next comments, and I want.
No, that's it. No, we're done with that one. You gotta go up though.
Okay, no, hold on. Hold on. So I want to pull this one up now. So this one right here, okay.
No, that's what I'm about to say. That.
So black women, yeah, I got you. Oh, trust me, I'm going to be in the box with you for travel. Like I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all get y'all a little quick second, and we're gonna get back to the video. So on travel side, travel says black women know the word and can talk to God directly. No need for a man's to interpret the what he thinks the word says. So basically, they can say whatever they need to say to God. They can pray. They don't need that man pastor. They don't need you, pastor. They're their own pastor because their relationship with God is personal. Did I get it right, Travel? Go ahead, Truth. You got the floor.
Yeah. So once again, we have the ignorance of a female, because once again, obviously, you don't read the word, because the word specifically goes against and forbids any of these things that you're talking about. So understand the line of succession, madam, which means it goes in this operational systematic approach of who is to supersede and be an umbrella over to the next in succession heading towards God. But I will, now this is 1 Corinthians 11:3-10, because see, I actually in the word, so I know where to go. You need to try sometime, sweetie, before you talk about my father. 3:11, 3-10. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ. The head of the woman is the man, not her husband. The man. See, y'all like to switch around God's word. And the head of Christ is God. So I need to hear that clearly. Not her husband. Man is head of the woman, says the Lord. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor his head. But every woman that pray or prophesy with her head uncovered, dishonor her head. For that is even all one as even she was shaven. Now, the last part, because I'm going to skip down for this. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head for as much as he is the image and glory of God. But the woman is the glory of man. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means?
What does it mean? What does it mean, Truth? Tell us. Tell Travel what it means. That's who you're talking to. Tell Travel what it means, Truth. You got the floor, bro.
All right. We got one thing that is the image, the design that came from my father. And for those that believe in the word and gospel, our Father.
Okay.
Man is the image and glory of God. You guys are the image and glory of us. You belong to us. You came from us, says the Lord. Not truth. The Bible says this. Verse 8, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman is what? Of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Says the Lord. For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels, madam. You're talking to the wrong one, because I stay in my word. I stay in my Father's word because this is my life. I'm not a sometimey Christian. I'm a God worshiper. I'm a son of God. That is my Father. That is all I know and all I have. I'm not one of you pretenders. So when it comes to the word, there is very few on here that can even challenge me on it. And Cynthia is not one of them. Okay, so let's get that straight. You're made for man, sweetie. Your body, your mind, your womb, everything. That is your design. And if you don't like it, take it up with the Creator when you meet him. He'll tell you the same thing. He don't care. I designed you that way. Be in proper operational order.
always wanted to be beautiful, sexy, as 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow.
So glow.
Go ahead.
So yes, when it comes to Sinji, she does not, nor would any man with of substance even adhere to her talking about some daggone Bible. Y'all
Okay.
use it as a crutch. So let's get that straight. Let's continue.
Oh man.
Oh, bro. Again, I want to make this clear. I do provide a platform for anybody to speak their mind. What anybody says about whatever they have to say it about, you are free to say it. Okay. In whichever direction you want to say it. Because I hate being stifled. I don't like having my voice blocked. And so I said to myself, I want to provide a service for my people to where you can come up here and you can say whatever you got to say, just so long as you don't get the channel taken down because you went too far. And I would say to the ladies, shoot your shots as far as like say what you got to say, but let's not go too far with the fellas. Definitely tread even lighter, because as men, we're not to try to, equalize ourselves to how they operate. We're supposed to operate as men do. I don't use excuses, well, the women do it. I just operate as a man does. I just want to make that clear in how we function. But honestly, truth, I ain't got shit to say to what you said, my nigga. You can say
Can I
whatever
say something real quick?
anything you want to say, because that's what I just made clear.
So,
go ahead, child.
So no, P game though, like, and I get true. That's a lot of stuff that we need to hear. But I'm gonna say one thing, right? I come from a household where my household, it was 50-50. My mother and my father both worked as a unit that made the household stronger. You see what I'm saying? So as I grew up, I seen both my parents do the best they can do as a unit while they was together to take care of me and my brother. So when I grew up, I looked for a woman that was gonna do some shit, not just sit around and wait.
I apologize. I hit the wrong button. Nah, I'm already knowing where you're going, bro. You was looking for not your mother, but the replication qualities and characteristics of what you saw brought about stability, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. Facts.
So truth is right. You know, it's about unity, and what makes his house unit work don't make my house unit work.
Correct.
What my house unit work don't make Smitty's house unit work. You see what I'm saying? So we gotta get this false narrative out our head that, oh, because truth household work like this, I gotta get my household to work. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. If you see, the problem is there's no real solid image of a man. So we keep fucking following these false idols in the end. Oh, I'm gonna do what this man did. I'm gonna do it. No, be your man. Be the man that you're supposed to be, and then the person underneath you is gonna start doing what they're supposed to do and follow suit. Like, and I tell people this all the time. You know, when the first time I got my gun license and stuff, and I started training people, I showed my wife how to use the guns. I showed her how to do certain things. Break them down, cock them, load them, and all that stuff. So when I was ready to take a trip, I'm looking up, can I carry my shit? I'm like, all right, cool, I can carry my shit. I'm gonna take my shit. Boom. As I'm packing the bag, I see she got her shit. And I'm like, what the hell? Whoa, what you doing? Why you got your shit? He's like, well, just in case something happened to you, I got my shit so I can back you up. I'm like, well, see, that's the fuck I'm talking about. It's thinking. That's proactive. I want a woman that's proactive. I don't want a woman that's going to look at me and be like, well, what we got to do?
Mm-hmm.
Absolute facts. And again, I'm going to reiterate it one more again for the win. My father dealing with his health issues during the time before his kidney transplant. Yo, the fact is that my mother had a full-fledged career. My mother already was raised in a household. She had my father's side, it's 9 of them. My father is number 8 out of 9. My mother is number 2 out of 7. And my mother, as being the second oldest out of 7, she already knew what it was when it came to family orientation, taking care of a home, everything else. So when my dad went down, the point is to make it clear, when my father went down, my mother, it's like we didn't miss a meal. We didn't have to settle at any point. There was no school clothes shop. Nothing was missed because my father got with a woman that knew how to do things outside of himself. As a matter of fact, my father used to tell me, you know what was so attractive about your mother is how much she knew how to do for herself. Now, he did never say she was an independent, strong black woman. These terms did not exist back then. He just simply said, I found an attraction in the fact that she was just as capable as I am. And I said to myself, I can have a family with this woman. I just wanted to make that part clear. I digress. My mic
It's
is muted.
Smitty.
Go ahead, Chop.
Smitty. No, this is me. This is not Chop. It's the truth.
No. I know. My bad. Go ahead, Truth.
Yeah.
I apologize. My bad.
Yeah, and
Y'all
then we
both from
get,
Baltimore. I hate a year. My bad. My bad.
and then we can get right back in video. 60 seconds. So I wanna make this emphatically clear. See, the thing is, when we have certain women on here that come in and speak, you guys got to understand, it's certain ones of y'all that is only worthy of Jay Prince's, and then there are certain ones that's worthy of a Smitty. Okay, and you got to understand the reason why you keep falling into the avenue of being either lonely or having a Jay Prince is because that will let you know the type of woman you are. Once again, the woman that I am married to, that I'm going to be with for the duration of my life on this plane till I transition to the spiritual plane, my woman, unlike your name, is gold. Her representation, her behavior, who she is as a person, is not sullied on no front. All the men love her because they respect, love, and appreciate the type of woman she is. And all the women love her because she knows how to stick up for women, fight for women, because she is a woman, preach for women, speak for women, champion for women, without disrespecting a man. That's the glory of an authentic, beautiful, godly black woman that men like Smitty, Chop, and myself will die for. Those women will always be protected. Which side are you on? Are you on the side as the ones that don't matter and is the castaway and we don't even care what you're saying is futile? Or you're like Sister Tika, Smitty's wasn't it? If I ever see anybody out there trying to harm her, it ain't even a question because I have my brother in my mind. I'm gonna
Respect
protect
to
my
you
sister.
for that. I
And I believe he would do the same thing, likewise, same thing for Chop.
Yeah.
But see, what happens is you're on the lines of disrespecting what is supposed to be the head what protects you. And you don't understand because you're in ignorance. And see, what happens is if it don't look a certain type of way and talk a certain type of way where it seems like it uplifts and pedestalizes you, then you don't understand it. Why? Because more than likely you didn't have a father like my 3 daughters have. You didn't have a man in leadership to help protect, love you, and that's willing to die for you, like my woman has, like Smitty woman has, like Chop probably his woman has. The mothers that are out that raised us.
Oh man, no man. What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
I just want to say this briefly because I gotta make sure look. I just want to make clear. Travel One has definitely been, she's not just Travel One, she's been a day one. All right. So
Well, you look what you said. This is not
listen,
the,
I know. I just
Smitty.
no. This is not for you. This is for her. I just want to make it clear. Travel, I do recognize you're a A1 from day one. So I just want to make that clear that this is something with you and Truth, okay? Because you know how this go, Truth. Like you easily as the host wrapped up into shit. You know how it goes, bro. Like me just letting you talk, bro. Like it's something that's gonna be like, Smitty got something to do with that. Like, no, I didn't call him up here to say, yeah, bro, when I do this live, I need you to just kind of just vent on Travel. No, it didn't work out that way. Travel, you showed up, True showed up, and somehow or another you all met in the middle of the mall. And I'm just the owner of the mall. I'm not even in the mall, but I am. But anyway.
Yeah, so
I just want to make that clear.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So over here, she's going with
what you gotta say. I don't care. I just had to throw that in, bro, because people get shit twisted.
I respect it. As always, it's only one jersey I wear. Front and back of it's Truth. Doesn't say Smitty. Smitty doesn't wear my jersey. I'm the one and only Truth on here. And my words, I stand on them. Through and through. You aren't a woman that in these spaces has any room to talk, nor do any man, I mean any man, I guess Smitty is one of them. Well, I can't say any no more. But everywhere, Smitty loves you. Everywhere else, nobody else loves you.
You good, Travel. And look,
so that would tell you.
In defense
that would
Travel,
tell you something, that nobody likes you at all, like not one. That ain't a good look, kid. That sometimes you got. This is one thing I learned at an early age. If it's everybody else except for you, it might be you.
I want to say this. Yeah, you got it right after this. I'm going to respond for Travel because his name's Travel One and stuff. So I'm going to say she says, I catch flights, not feelings. Truth. Okay. Go ahead, Chop. What you got?
Oh no, I was just saying, like everybody, every male is not on that fresh and fit, male red pill, blue pill, manosphere bullshit. Like we really respect women over here type shit, Like I don't know where that sense of men just don't respect women, and I don't understand where that came from. But yeah, that's not the case over here.
You know where it came from. It's pain.
Yeah.
When you don't have a Chop in your life, this is what you get.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of people don't really see, and I get it. It's the time. A lot of people don't really hear of positive male figures. You know what I'm saying? But they out there, bro. There's plenty of us out here. Like shit. I open and close the door for my wife, bro. Like
they don't care about that. That's the thing. They don't care about. The thing is, unless it's somebody sound like they're one-sided toward, unless it's a man speaking like a woman, they don't want it.
They know what's crazy?
They don't understand what a man is, Chop. They didn't have a father.
Yeah, bro. You know what's crazy about that? Like they tell us men don't speak out of emotion and feelings, bro. That's all they do is speak out of their feelings, bro. That's all they're doing. Everybody who on that manosphere, male, yeah, I feel like it should be this way. Men should be like this, and women should be like this. That's how you feel, but that's not how it's supposed to be. it's a united front. When you once you get your counterpart, your significant other, you know what I'm saying, it becomes a unit.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
they
point.
don't understand that. And I'm glad you said the other part, how you said the way you was brought up. That's how you
Counterpart.
clarified it.
Yeah.
Some
Because
people come from all different walks of backgrounds. The way you
yeah,
was brought up is
because
different from me. The way I was brought up is
mhm.
different from you.
I really seen, you know what I'm saying? Like I really seen my mother and my father both work as a unit to get shit done. Even when it came down to handing out ass whippings. Bruh, all right, I'll hold them down. You go ahead and take your turn. All right, you hold them down. I'll go ahead and take my turn. Y'all real shit. Ask me, man, what shit.
That's love
Man.
right there.
Yeah, but take turns.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. And I don't say 50-50, I say 100-100. And when
Yeah.
I 100 is reciprocity. What I'm designed to do is not what my woman's designed to do. What she's designed to do is not what I'm designed to do. And we both give it 100% of who our relationship. And we actually been around decent people, like decent women, decent men. Majority of us speak the same exact way. We love women. We adore our women. We love our mothers. We love our daughters. This is us. There is no greater thing than a black woman on this planet other than God. I love my woman, and I love black women. So that ain't, but like I said, unless you are speaking from the lens of a woman, the ignorance and the non-common sense of it, and especially when you have never experienced a man, you don't know how he speaks, you don't know how he thinks, you don't know how he carries himself. So anything that doesn't seem soft, it is then evil to you because you don't understand it. And that sounds like the world. Everything we don't understand, we call it crazy, evil, bad, or whatever.
You do have a point there, True. I will.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, True? My middle child, right? She's a light bright. I call her sunshine, right? So she was doing something, and I forget what she was doing, but I was talking to her, and I'm like, yo, come on, bro, like get it together, like you should already know what you're doing, like this is stuff we do every day, all day, like get it, because I'm a stern father. That's how I talk to him. I don't know. Oh, come on, fuck all that. Fuck all that baby shit, because ain't nobody gonna talk to you like no baby in the world. So I'm stern when I'm talking to him. And
but not even just that, real quick, not even just that. That's where that's why mom and dad together is so important. You being that stern part, it really is supposed to be that's you, and then mom. Like I remember that from my father. Guess what I got from mom? All kind of hugs and kisses, and baby, it's okay. You want an ice cream sandwich? Yeah, ma, I do. Okay, come on, let's go upstairs. But dad chewed my ass out. That's where the balance comes in. But fellas, y'all already know what this is. We have royalty in the building, and we have to greet royalty. Okay, now let's get it. You already know. Okay, now shout out to the missus in the building, to the love of my life. You already know what's going on, booby. You already know. You know the world loves you, girl. You know the world loves you, girl.
Hey.
Yeah. So as I'm talking to Sunshine, some random lady just walked up to me and was like, "Oh man, I love how you just handled that. You just talked to her like that. It reminds me of my father. Like he wasn't mean, but the way he talked to you, you just had no choice but to listen to him because he'll lean in just like you leaned in and talked to her. He do me just like that, and I started laughing. Because, you know, it felt good to hear a woman actually say that. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's like, oh, you shouldn't be talking to the kids like that. But nah, actually, it was like a reverse. Like, oh, dang, I'm glad you talking to them. And it's a woman telling you, because you see me talking to this light, bright child with her cheeks all chubby. Like, she got the puppy dog eyes. Like, Yeah, like me, she be ready to cry when I be like, if I lean in, I get the saying certain things. So yeah, oh yeah, she be ready to cry, watering at the eyes and stuff. And it's like, bro, nah, bro, suck it up. You be all right. I ain't
Okay,
doing nothing.
okay, now. Let's go ahead because remember, I got 2 topics I have for tonight. We already got the two
Yes,
hour.
continue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad,
yeah.
my bad.
No. No. I love it, man. Listen. I ain't gonna stop that too much because I appreciate it when I'm able to have good dialogue. Because again, I set up this platform not to hear myself. I set up this platform for folks like myself who just want somewhere to speak their mind. This is for us, not Smitty. Let's keep on rocking out. But damn sure respect the host while you here and the first lady. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's keep on rocking out.
Regardless of the race of woman.
I can tell you why. I will say this: the ones that's not taking care of their kids usually be the majority. You gonna let me answer? Okay, you gonna let me answer? I would say that majority of them didn't even have a relationship with their woman. They probably met at a club.
Why did they impregnate her then?
Well, they both was having sex. The problem, the difference is.
No, you specifically, hold on, because we're not gonna do they both having sex.
So again, when we think about exactly what's taking place right here, now when we listen to what JP is saying, so listen, it's not about that, because they both was having sex. I'm not even really on Cynthia's side on this. I'm just gonna say, as a man listening to a man, the fact is, bruh, all the she poked holes in a condom, all of the she got it out the trash can, all of the she said she wouldn't, she ain't care about a condom. I told her I ain't have one and she said F it. The fact is, fellas, the hose only turns on when we twist the nozzle. The fact is, whatever takes place with a child coming about, that is up to us to figure out what we are going to do in that moment. We know that women are extremely enticeful. Enticing. We know how much they just have that sex appeal of allure. We know all of these things. We know how they can bat the eyes, slip that skirt up and show a leg. All of these things, drop a handkerchief. The fact is, when it comes down to it, how are we so expressive about all of the pains and heartaches we go through in court, divorces, and everything else, but we're not just as expressive in our actions before we slide in the coup d'etat? It's an actual question for men. That's it.
Yep, 1000% agree.
Like real shit though. The reason why I'm able to sit back and listen, and I'm like, oh snap, you had to have a Q-tip stuck up your thing. Oh snap, you was in court for that. Oh, you had to pay that much. You know why I'm always saying, oh snap? Because of my discipline, I just never put myself in the position. I literally had a choice and I used it. I used my discernment. And that is why I'm 42 with one child. Never had a STD. Now, I'm not saying if you got more than one kid, there's something wrong with you. I'm just saying, considering I only have a child from the longest and most solid relationship I've ever been in. We were together 12 and a half years. Of course, a kid came out of it, and we lived together, shared a car and bills. Okay. We just didn't have the paperwork, but I was in one of those, what you would say, common law, at that point. So my point is that I know what it's like to have certain things come your way and not respond to it. The fact is, I've never OD'd off of the dog food because I just chose not to do it. Has it ever been around me? Have I been in places where it was offered? Of course. Guess what? I said no. I said no. That's
Mhm.
all I want to make clear. I really want to make sure I continuously press that message. I'm sick of hearing, well, we're men. You know what we gonna do. You drop that kitty on us. I ain't got no choice but to say sit on my face. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, bruh. You can say, nah, I'm good.
Smitty, I'm so glad. And this, once
Like
again,
real shit.
another
I
reason
don't
why I'm
like
over
the
here.
narrative. Go ahead,
And I,
Truth.
Another reason why I'm gonna say this real
Mm.
quick, chopping them. What's the name? This just is the, continue to show my bro that why I appreciate him and why I'm over here, because we're talking about moving, thinking, behaving, and living as a man. I will never make an excuse or blame it on my children's mom for why my children are here.
That's right.
Never.
There we go, Truth.
I would
There
never
we go.
do that. I would never say that moving promiscuously and unintentionally and without discipline is indicative of a man.
Let me
Never.
ask you this, Chop, on what Truth just said before I push play, on what Truth just said. The man that says, I mean, I'm saying though, dog, what? You going through court? Yeah, I'm going through court. Why? I'm saying though, man, like, she caught me cheating. But the thing is though, Chop, she just stopped giving it to me. So I went and got a side job. Come on, man.
Bruh.
What do we tell men like that when we at the campfire?
It's gonna be a point in time you have to grow up.
Come on now.
And I wanted to say this right now. He mentioned something about most of these guys find their women in the bar and all that stuff. That you can say that. You can say people find people in the bar, in the club, in the restaurant. Just like how TGI Fridays had a happy hour. But what I'm saying is, if that's where you're going at, that's your preference. You didn't change your preference. Just because you went from going to Applebee's and at the happy hour at 2:00, you went to TGI Fridays, you still doing the same thing. It's still the same thing. You're not changing your preference. See, a lot of us don't have a preference because we don't know that we can actually have one. See, my preference, like I said, my preference always been somebody who was gonna be like my mother. I want a woman that was gonna do shit like my mother would do, that I see my mother would do. Cook, clean, go to work. That's a woman I found. And on top of that, I didn't just meet this woman. I've known this woman since I was in my teens.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So we have in depth with each other. That's another thing. A lot of people don't want to take the time to know somebody, the time to understand a person.
Yep.
Love don't just I understand. Oh, I found in love in the blink of an eye. Cat. You gotta learn to love somebody. First of all, how you fall in love with a blink of an eye, you don't even love yourself. Now, one thing I'm gonna say, right, before we go back to this. I remember as a teenager sitting in my room and praying for an actual woman that was gonna understand me. It ain't dawned on me till I got older and started having kids with that woman. You see what I'm saying? How many people praying for the woman that they want, and the type of woman that they want?
Say that again, brother. You did what? They don't think it works, shorty.
I did this as a kid. So when I was blessed with that woman, she was showing me things. She was the average woman don't do. I got all the traditions because I actually prayed for that woman a long time ago, and it just had me, and I'm gonna say this right before we can go and get back to this. God works, bro. He works well. because it was a point in time in my life that I was trying to have kids and I couldn't have kids. I was wondering why I wasn't having kids. And then, you know, when me and my wife, she gave me, see, a real woman's gonna come to you and she gonna tell you, look, nigga, I ain't fitting to be nobody girlfriend for the rest of my motherfucking life. I want something, I want some values, I want a family, I want some shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be nobody's girlfriend. So she gave me that ultimatum and it was like, all right, you know what? I don't see myself with nobody else but you. So yeah, let's get married. Coming into getting married, she ended up getting pregnant. See how shit works?
That's a God Lee, boy. Nah, you have a very,
So
very awesome point there. Thank you for that. Thank you, Chop. Wow.
yeah. So
And
I
this is
mean, when I say married at 25, yeah, I was. That's why I knew it's supposed to be like that.
now the main purpose of me pulling this up tonight. I want people to really, really remember this. All right. And and I say this throughout the show because I don't know at what point somebody may replay watch and only catch a certain segment. So maybe as I say it throughout, it'll be picked up. I am pulling this up specifically to make it very clear. And just with me and these two awesome gentlemen here, right? There are a lot of us. This 3 is probably 3 million over of men who don't agree with any of this. There are men of us who actually do get it, like trying to tell y'all what to do, shut up and submit, and all this other stuff. Like, it ain't about that. It's about finding somebody who fits your lifestyle and how your ideologies and movements throughout life works. It's about finding somebody that you actually find to be of a qualitative factor of who you want to give your love to. It's about finding somebody that respects you and you see you respect them. It has nothing to do with all of this whole bunch of bullshit talking points that a lot of these guys be trying to talk about. I want to make sure right here, at least on my platform, no matter how quiet it may be, I know I don't have the biggest numbers or nothing, but I do advocate that because I actually live it. I'm not up here just talking something. Anybody who talks to me on the phone, on the back end, or anything, they know Smitty is exactly the same person right here. And I'm the same person when I cut these lights off. And I just want to make sure that I'm able to have a chance and give my people the chance to advocate exactly what it is that we see out here. All of us don't agree with this bullshit. All right. So I want to make sure that we have a reminder of what's really still out here because I know it can get very much so discouraging. I know it can make you be like, dog, F all of this, F love, F a relationship. It could have you feel that way at times. Nah, I am going to continue to press forward. No one's ever going to get me to step off my square or jump out my body. I don't care what I go through in real life. I will never bring it here. I will always only come up here and advocate exactly what it is that I know should be advocated. There are good ass, dope ass black women out here. There are good ass, dope ass black men out here who are yearning to be loved and want to love and be respected and want to respect. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and get back to the video.
You specifically, hold on. You specifically said that black men are nutting out fully developed babies. So this ain't got nothing to do with black women. It doesn't matter.
I've seen that person before in the chat. Anyway, so apparently Jay Prince said that black men are fully developed babies. She was able to repeat that. And you turn smack around and say, yeah. I mean, I just want to make it very clear. No, this man does not represent me or any man up here on the panel. This man is an individual person on his own devices.
Yep.
This is not us. This is not what we talk about. This is not how we think. Let's keep on going.
Who having sex, black men are creating these children according to you. They're coming out of his body fully developed according to you. So don't blame that on black women. He's having a kid on his own. It's coming out of his nuts. We don't control his nuts.
No, what I'm saying is a lot of times when a man don't have a relationship established with a woman and they just have sex, he don't really care, and that's why most men be asking y'all to get aborted, to get a self-deletion.
No, ain't nobody getting an abortion.
Deletion.
Hold on. No one's getting an abortion because you want them to. If you don't have a child, what should you do as a man if you don't want a child?
Well, that conversation need to be with both of them.
No. If you don't want a child as a man.
Do y'all hear what's going on? Do y'all hear what she asking? I'm
When I don't want to.
Y'all peep that shit.
I already answered.
Go ahead.
When I don't want a child as a man, I'm gonna stand over the toilet and drop them off at the pool.
Yep. She just asked as
I'm just saying, and women that might go over your head, but yeah, I mean, the real ones know what I'm talking about.
I was thinking,
I know what you said.
I was thinking something totally different.
She said, as a man, what should you be doing?
Right.
That's why listen in context.
Right.
If he was a man, it would be an easy answer.
It would be an easy answer. That's the answer right there.
Yeah, it would be
wild,
listen, I'm not even going. I'm either not going inside of this woman.
Mm-hmm.
The next step would be either strap up, or marry this woman and prepare and plan and be expected that if something happens, a child is coming. Those are the only three things as a man.
Okay.
You know what's crazy, right? Oh, it's crazy because me and Theo was talking about this, and the problem is a lot of motherfuckers want to go outside of their you going out your range, like you not taking what you can take. You trying to go above your means. You know what I'm saying? To prove that, you can get this woman. And a lot of time, like me, and this is just me personally, I wanted a woman that could impress me, somebody that was going to show me something that I never knew before. That's why I got the woman that I got. If a lot of guys actually went for a woman that can actually show them certain things and teach them certain things, y'all got a healthy relationship, bro. Because one, my wife is book smart. I'm street smart.
Same here. I am much more like, don't get it twisted now. She'll cut you. But yeah, she's much more of the professional corporate. I'm definitely one who just got off papers not too long ago. So yeah. It is what it is.
And that's a healthy relationship because one, you can teach her how to check her surroundings. Hold on, I sense something ain't right in this area. Let's go out. Let's go this way or something. You see what I'm saying? But if y'all both green, or she only got streets and smarts, and she just following you, which is green, then you ready to walk her into a burning building.
Well, I can say this though, just real quick on her behalf. The main reason why she was attracted to me is because she saw that it wasn't just her that had situational street awareness. She also recognized I'm not some dude that's green as well. So
thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she know what these streets hit on. I know what these streets hit on. And she made that clear in the beginning as far as like, nothing personal to him, but nothing personal to the guys like that, but that's just not fitting because like when you come from a certain type of environment and upbringing, you need to know somebody's right on cue with you because you never know anything that could happen. And all it takes is that one instant to totally change both of you all's lives. And if that man is not sufficient to respond accordingly, that could cost the both of you.
Man,
I
we
totally
all
bro, I
we
get
all
it.
seen that video of
You know,
that damn dude getting dragged out of his house by the two gentlemen, and that
yeah,
girl came running out there with that big ass AR. Like, man, y'all better let my man go. He running. Like, baby, come on. Like, what? I'm trying to drop one of these fools. She ready to put one of these in the damn casket somewhere. He telling her, come on. I'm coming to save you. You running on me. You better not run. You better stand right here. I don't care, bro. If I'm see this is the type of situations that lets you know, okay, this is a man that didn't have no training in the household.
yeah,
He didn't see no positive male figures in his household.
right.
Yep. And I'm glad. I want to piggyback off of what you said earlier, Chop, that prayer. And see, I'm glad you guys expounded upon once again. This shows that we understand that we want and need and love Black women. And I'm glad you guys shared that. You know, for me, that's the thing that I prayed for, you know, with my woman. I wanted to be loved and also understood.
Mm-hmm.
And when searching for that person that you're trying to get with, as far as with longevity, bro, her strengths and my weaknesses, and my strengths fulfill her weaknesses. And the thing where she helped me, she quells the fire that's inside of me. She
Mm-hmm.
helps me, even though she'll tell you this. My heart is huge, but her heart is limitless. And I want that. I want to be more forgiving. I want to be more hopeful and more continuous, you know, to try and to find a better way
True.
to
True.
represent.
True.
Huh?
As men, only always want to be more of what it is that you consist of so that you can be the best provider, lover, best friend, companion, and all of these things. Never want to be a better version for her. Be the best version of you so she is the most attracted to you as never before.
That's a fact.
That's
That's a
all.
fact. And
Because
that's
the
it.
fact is, that's where to land it, where we say opposites attract. It's not necessarily about big and skinny, tall and short. It's about the fact of how the two brains function in opposite directions, but moving in the same trajectory. My brain don't move in the same direction as yours as a woman, vice versa. But we can meet up at the fork in the road and decide a path to go down.
Correct. Correct.
That's all I
See
wanted to.
what happened.
Yeah.
See
Well, that's
what
why,
happened.
and as men, you know, this is why it's imperative to have men in your life, because you understand being a man has nothing to do with a woman. But when you find that woman, you starting to tap into what I call completion. I can be successful without a woman, but we're talking about complete. I cannot be complete without my wife. I will never be complete without my wife. I will never be able to hit the 4 L's: love, life, longevity, legacy. All that I am acquiring as we speak with my wife.
Right.
And I am now able to appreciate all the hell I've been through. And because it led literally up to this woman, and then to know the very time that I was praying, that I was pleading for my father, that I was ready for the plate that he was able to set before me. She was doing the same thing. And she literally said, I got exactly what I prayed for. I didn't know that I was going to get what I prayed for. And I didn't fully understood what I was actually praying for. But when I look at everything in totality, I got everything I prayed for. And likewise, there is no greater woman. And I'm not saying this because she's my woman. If prior to me being with her, she far supersedes any woman that I have ever met in my entire life because of her goodness. Not because she's with me. Not because she's holding my last name. Not because she's my woman. No, because of she is tequila.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Shout out to the missus in the building. So I just want to say this part. Speaking of that, this is because I want to make sure I got you brothers here if it's okay. This is the last 35-40 minutes before we get up out of here. And I want to make sure I tap in on this. So we switching the topic. Everything we just spoke about, you know, was so important. You know, something I didn't realize is a new epidemic. Loneliness.
Yep.
There are so many people. Oh, we're going to get into this one right here real quick before we end the night off, okay? We're going to cut it before the 3-hour mark, so let's go ahead and rock out. I want to tap in on this. So loneliness. I've noticed that there is a new study that actually says that loneliness is just as bad for the health as smoking itself. What do you think about that, fellas, before I play this video? Is anybody?
There you go. Yeah, my fault. I was trying to mute. Loneliness is a sign of depression. So yeah, I can see that. You know, it's a difference between solid. Damn, how you pronounce that word?
Solitude.
Yeah, solitude. Thank you. Difference between solitude with secluding yourself to your own little personal space and being in peace, and being motherfucking lonely. I mean, that's a sign of depression.
All right. How about this? I'm going to help us out. This is really where we are. What I'm speaking about is something that I think that a lot of people really don't think about nowadays. The fact is that there are a lot of people that speak about, I'm talking about men and women. This is not this is not to the ladies. This ain't to the fellas. This is to us in its entirety. A lot of people talk about nowadays how, it's the thing to be alone and live your best life, single, just you, all of this other stuff. Now, mind you, is it proper to have times of solitude, just like Chop said? Absolutely. Matter of fact, it is actually necessary. But what I want to talk about today is what a lot of people negate and neglect. And that is all of your years of chilling, partying, doing whatever you do, living your best life. One day we get older. One day your circle slows down. Your bestie or besties could fall off the face of the earth and or pass away. See, the thing is that we don't never know when we wake up and we realize it's just me. And a lot of people, honestly really don't know how to deal with this. See, again, here at Smitty's Corner, I'll talk about everything everyone else does, but I'm always going to make sure I tap into the undertow of it. Do we talk about being single and stuff? Absolutely. But do we talk about the long-term effects of generally what can come with it? Is this every single individual? No. But is this the mass majority of what does take place in nowadays life? Absolutely. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and listen to this video real quick. Let's see what we got on this one. All right. Let's go ahead and do it. All right. Boom.
Loneliness is more of a subjective feeling, and it has a lot to do with a person's perceived social contacts and connections compared with what they would want and desire. The older population is more vulnerable to this. There's less they can do about it. But the fact is, loneliness is a problem even in younger people.
When events happen, it often precipitates either isolation or the feeling of loneliness, getting fired, retiring, caregiving for someone especially who has significant impairments.
If you are lonely, you will have an increased incidence of heart disease. You will have an increased risk of stroke, increased risk of premature death, and increases dementia. Also reduces your cognitive ability. We think that there are mechanisms.
Did y'all hear all of the things, physical health wise, that comes with just not being around people? Listen, when I'm saying loneliness, for the record, however you and whatever you're going through in your life and you interpret it in that fashion, if you're going through a friendship loneliness, it might strike that nerve. If you're going through a relationship loneliness, it might strike that nerve. If you're going through, I just want to network and get out into the business world and I seem like I'm on my own trying to get my business off the ground, it just might strike a nerve. The fact is, we are talking about the overwhelming umbrella of loneliness in its entirety. We're talking about the totality of this. This is not secluded to one particular facet of loneliness. Whatever facet of it you find to be relatable, then go ahead and, of course, speak on it. Fellas, you already know. You can let me know when to pause it, but I want to get through this one video, but go ahead, Truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this quick and then I'm
Nah, you're gonna take your time and say what you gotta say. We don't rush it.
All right. No, I mean, because for me, this is simple. It is not good for man to be alone, says my father. And that word good should be italicized, bold, underlined, quotation marks.
Ain't
it is
that
not
something?
good. So that means if it's not good, that means it is literally evil.
Wow.
To be alone.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of those moments where I have to step in. I am not going with the words of Truth saying it's evil, but I will say it can breed, loneliness can breed evil activity down the line, because we all know what idle mind is. Whose playground?
I was about to say that.
Let's rock out.
That operate through the endocrine and other system, and particularly stress hormones play a factor. Cortisol, epinephrine, norepinephrine. We think that loneliness increases stress activated feelings. So what you've got is this subjective symptom of loneliness, which causes medical illness and death.
People with fewer than 3 or 4 friends are more likely to feel lonely and be isolated.
All right, now, I got a
you.
part in that. I'm gonna let you get in there, Chop. Because I'll forget my thought. Now, me, I very much so am. I can't even front. Like, I really am a loner. Even down to my music name. I've spoke about it before. The missus know. I say it all the time. My stage name, music wise, is Lone Star. Has nothing to do with no cowboy stuff. Get out my face. Lone definition means to yourself. Lone, off to yourself. And star is what we know that shines. So I am the lone one that shines. I'm always to myself, but I always shine. And so there are a group of us that do look at it in the sense of, I don't mind being to myself, because there are a lot of people that say, I would rather be to myself and keep peace before I'm around a huge crowd and always in disarray. What do you have for that, AC? Rock out.
Nah. See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Is yes, it is a bad thing to always be alone by yourself.
Right.
It's not healthy just to you come in the house and you're just by yourself 24/7. But this is the thing, bro. This what your significant other does. You don't feel no sense of fulfilledness until you have a significant other. Because having your significant other cures that damn sense of attention that you need. It's nothing like motherfucker coming home and the person from a long day and the person know you had a long day and without having to say it. Motherfucker, you had a long day, huh? All right, come on, let's go chill, relax, do whatever it is y'all do to unwind. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it is one of those things, and I said this too, you know, like motherfuckers want to feel alone or depressed or something if they had a female or a man in their life. Simple and plain.
All right. Nah, you're right about that. But we're gonna really get to it now. We're gonna hurry up and get to this because time is going by. I want to end this before the 3-hour mark. Let's go ahead, rock out with this, and I'm gonna go to the next video.
We can't hear nothing, Smitty, if you playing something.
Shit. My bad, y'all. I forgot to pull the video back up. I'm sorry.
Friend base are some things that all of us can do right now so that it will lessen the likelihood that we will feel lonely or be isolated in the future.
All right. So let's go ahead and get to this one right here. This is really what I want to get to on this topic right here. So let's just go to the main video. Now, before we do, I'm going to play this quick little short. Why? Because it's my, you know, I got to give a shout out to Kiki, man. Shout out to Kiki Loves Nigeria, man. And you know what's so wild? You know what made me think about this topic, AC? I was watching her live. Yeah, I was watching her live, and she just bust out right as I caught on to it, and I had to rewind it and go back. But right as she started talking, I heard this.
This is really heartbreaking. That people are really, loneliness is really the problem here. Okay, hold on. So here's an article by the Surgeon General. It says the new Surgeon General advisory raises the alarm about the devastating impact of the epidemic of loneliness and isolation in the United States. So the epidemic of loneliness and isolation has been an unprecedented. Listen to that, y'all. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I can't see it. An underappreciated public health crisis that has harmed individual and societal health. Our relationships are a source of healing and well-being, hiding in plain sight. One that can help us live healthier, more fulfilled, and more productive lives. It is extremely important that you have relationships, healthy relationships. The physical health consequences of poor or insufficient connections include a 29% increased risk of heart disease, according to the Surgeon General, 32% increased risk of stroke, according to the Surgeon General, and 50% increased risk of developing dementia, according to the Surgeon General. He said, additionally, the lack of social connection increases the risk of premature death of more than 60%. Ooh, wait 1 second.
You heard that?
Yeah.
It's a real thing. So again, here on Smitty's Corner, we talk about the things that people normally don't talk about. This is the last video. This video, just so you all know, is only 10 minutes. I'll pause it periodically. I'll pause it every pause moment and let it play through. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have 5 pauses and we're out of here for the evening, but I just want to make it clear that this is something that's a real thing. There are a lot of situations that happen where folks are truly in a bad headspace. Now we're going to listen and we're going to watch some great anime, right? Okay, now. So hold on. Let me see something here. All right, hold on. Which one is it? There we go. Now I'm gonna put it back on the side. Hold on. I'm gonna put it back on the side. Y'all forgive me. God damn it, Jim. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me redo this shit. And we're gonna go ahead and get to the video. Y'all forgive me. Let's go. We're gonna listen to this right quick and let's see what we got.
We're facing a big crisis right now. And whether we like to admit it or not, society has created millions of lonely and addicted men. There's a lot of discussion on the internet about male loneliness and how it is at an all-time high, with millions of opinions about it. So, what is causing this crisis to happen? If you identify as male, this video might give you some insights. As we make our way through this video, even if you don't identify as male, consider your father, brother, partner, and friends. If you've ever wondered why they act the way they do, we hope this video in the comment section will give you some insight. So is there a rise in male loneliness, and where is it coming from? Let's find out. Disclaimer, this is not to say that only men experience loneliness and that women do not, nor to say one's experience is worse than the other. The truth.
Fair use. Thank you, YouTube.
Truth is, both men and women can struggle with loneliness, but the reasons and ways they experience it can vary. This video focuses on male loneliness.
And why does the reasons vary? It's simple. It's only and solely because the way the man's, I don't use that male, female, the way the man's mind operates will be different from how the woman's mind operates. It's only different, not less or more in either direction. Let's keep on rocking out.
And we will cover female loneliness in another video. Also, the views expressed here are based on personal opinions and experiences and may not reflect everyone's perspective. Please consider them as one viewpoint among many.
While we get through the commercial, that's something I say 24/7. That's why I had to make that disclaimer earlier, Chop. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the truth,
Yeah.
but like real talk, like this is just a view. It's only a view, just to get thoughts sparked and going. I am not pulling up something that is the be all end all. You may not agree with anything. You may agree with some. You may agree with most. You may agree with all of it. Whatever your particular take on this is, let's just go ahead and see if we can learn a little bit more, because this is something that's really real in the world. Why you think social media is so heavy? People are lonely. There are a lot of people. I don't care what they say, how they act. Loneliness is very, very deep rooted. Let's not go nowhere on this one. What you got, y'all?
Yeah, see, and another thing too, people just want to fit in. That's all. They people be finding ways to fit into certain things, bruh. And if they can say, oh, the reason why I'm so socially awkward is because I'm lonely and all this other bullshit. Yeah, they gonna use that shit. This is just, to me, you lonely, go get some. That's all it is. Go get some. Ain't no fucking you lonely.
You need to get up. You need to get up, get out, and get something. I got you.
Exactly.
Right.
You ain't got shit going on in your life. That's why you lonely. You socially awkward because you don't go talk to people outside of fucking on social media. That's why you socially
we have
awkward.
to remember, Chop. We got to remember, it's called an epidemic. You're right. You're right. Listen, that's only one category of loneliness. You know, it's
Right.
people that very much so are social, and you know why they lonely? It don't matter whatever function they go to, they miss their spouse that passed away in a
Mm-hmm.
tragic accident one day just leaving the house. There are people who actually are like, no, it's nothing wrong with me. Really, I don't like being out around and having people all around me and god dang, like bumping into you. So it's like they're just trying to find their place, their niche, and how to socialize, but still be in the comfort of who they are in their skin.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many different facets and examples as to why folks will, you know what I'm saying, feel lonely, bro. So it's not, I mean, I just want to make it clear, because remember, I really want to like touch the people on this one, bro. I don't want to talk like that's everybody in every circumstance and that's all it ever is. Nah, it's folks out here who truly are lonely because they're genuinely isolated. And they may be isolated honestly because they know who I am internally. And I ain't talking about no sick, crazy stuff. I'm just talking about like it's just different. You know, you ain't into what everybody else into. You can feel isolated. You know what it's like to be in a room full of people and still feel vacant? Do you know what that's like? I do. I know what it's like to be in a room full of people. And I swear on life, I feel so alone. I've experienced that before. Why? It didn't really have too much to do with depression. It was a non-relatable factor. I'm in a circle of people. I don't really relate to y'all too tough. That does take place. It don't always have something to do with that person just don't know how to talk to people. Because I'm damn good at talking to people. I perform on stage. And I damn sure have gone to many different functions, and I got my little drink, my little hors d'oeuvres, and I'm looking around the room and I feel so out of place because it's not about it being too fancy or whatever. It's just not my tribe. It's just not my village. I just don't belong here. And it's just a spiritual internal thing. You just know, when you're around your kind.
I'm hard. I know I'm kind of like a hard critic on certain things when it comes down to that. Like I don't like the label shit. I'm a hard critic when it comes down to the label
Right.
shit because
Right.
I feel like a label. If you accept the label, that means you're just accepting an excuse of why you can't get out of your loneliness. You're
Right.
lonely. It's a reason why you feel lonely. It's a reason why you feel like you're socially awkward. It's a reason why you feel like you don't fit in. So, in order to get to that bottom line, you got to understand yourself. Self-love, figure it out yourself, what it is that you like to do. And then what it is that you like to do, you start doing the stuff that you like to do. Then what's going to happen? You're going to start finding other motherfuckers that blends into what, just like us. We didn't think it was no other people on here that would be talking the way we talk until we get on here and then we start finding the motherfuckers that talk like us and think like us. It's the same way. You're lonely because you're not proactive enough to go find out what it is that you like to do. Instead, you want to fit in to the narrative.
Right. Nah, good point on that, my brother. I really appreciate that take on that. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock it.
It really depends on who you ask. According to a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, men and women define loneliness differently. For men, loneliness meant a lack of groups, whether that's a group of friends or a community to be part of. For women,
When he's done, I want you to tell me what you think on the two examples of them. All right. Tell me what you think about it. All right, here we go.
loneliness was more dependent in their dyadic relationships with romantic partners. That doesn't mean that men don't feel lonely when they don't have a romantic relationship. What this tells us is that when men report loneliness, It shouldn't be disregarded as romantic loneliness, but rather a lack of people and support in numerous areas.
Let me give what I think I'm hearing. Now, I'm only going to give this from my brain as one individual man. Chop, you got it next. What I'm hearing is, because I know for myself, I really genuinely find joy in being of servitude to others. So when I hear him say the man that has a lack of, like, basically what sounds like a social network, it's about having people to bounce ideas off of, as well as people that you can give ideas to. Like, for a certain cloth and cut of men, and I'm talking about the higher grade, you have no idea, people, how wonderful it feels when we know someone called upon us and we can be of servitude in a very humble and quiet way. Has nothing to do with wanting to showboat about it, tell nobody about it, nothing. It feels so good to know that we are in a position and we have a network and a village and a tribe around us that we can be of servitude to, as well as to know, and it's not a tit for tat, but it is a real thing to know I got people I can call on just as much as they can call on me. If anything happened to me, it does feel good to know I can dial at least a number or two. I digress. My mic is muted. What you got, y'all?
I'm gonna get now. I'm going to reach into Ignite bag for a second. Right?
Shit.
And
hold on. Let me do this before you do it.
Break was over 15 minutes ago, bitch! I am an enforcer, man. Don't nothing go down in my house. It's 100% hard, baby. Sure, I jack a few fools. I give them the pain. But sometimes it's about intimidation, you know. It's mind games.
Go ahead, rock out.
Hey, if you a man and you feel lonely and you claiming this lonely shit that you see on this screen, you need to go get you something. That's I bet you, bruh. I'm trying to tell anybody right now. The fact of the matter is, the reason why you're lonely is because you do not have a significant other.
Are you promoting Vegas?
Bruh. OnlyFans, you can go to OnlyFans. There's so many spots you can just go ahead and just get you some from if that's the route you have to take. But what I'm saying is, find you a significant other that's gonna like the stuff that you like. That's gonna and stop looking at social media to be what it is that you're supposed to be. That's the problem right there.
That is the biggest problem,
you
yo.
wanna look at somebody else's shit or something else and say, "Oh, I want that," instead of building that with somebody. You can find somebody and build that.
But not even just that. That, yes, absolutely. I will also speak on the fact of like whoever these like so-called relationship gurus and people that come off and they got the perfect little, you know what I'm saying, ambiance sound and shit in the background, and you swear, but like if you really was digging, you don't know how many exes like F that month. You don't know what their kids feel like about them. You don't know none of that. I'm not trying to discredit nobody, because the fact is somebody can easily say that about me and you, Chop. We're not excluded from that. My point is, that's why I humble myself to the fact that I know, like, all this trying to look at these little memes and shit, and this little, it's like, so yeah, ladies, when a man really, like, you have no idea what that nigga criminal background nothing is. You don't know shit about that man.
Bruh,
He just saying some shit right now, real quick, that got you like, oh my gosh, I have to repost this. Fellas, you may hear some woman that's saying some shit like, finally, a woman saying something that I ain't need it. Yeah, that's right. I want to listen to this, ladies. You modern women and all this other shit, and the whole time you don't know what that sister background is. Look, you need to go ahead and focus on yourself. What do you have going on with the person you're with?
Thank you. Listen,
Focus on that.
don't
Forget like
get it twisted,
all
right?
these little shorts, all these little clips, all this little wanting to repost. I'm not gonna lie, repost it. Hell, I might say something somebody wants to repost. You too. We're content creators. These things happen, but on some real shit. People really be invested. And it's like these little clips and shit niggas be talking about. And it's like you don't know them, but you know me, but you know who's in your circle, but you know who you involve yourself around. Focus on that. F what these people talking about. Yeah, I know. You know how many times I heard something and felt so good? Can you imagine if every time I hopped up and responded to everything that I heard that felt good for the moment? Can you imagine? Nah, bro, you listen, you got to have discernment. You got to have wisdom. You have to have logic, reason, rationality, and all of these things combined, because there are going to be a lot of things that you can hear that can be very cunning, very tricky. You got to know how to listen to what you're hearing. Stop going off every little teeny thing somebody talking about on some goddamn short. Stop going off of everything you hear some relationship so-called guru tell you. You don't know them. You don't know that person. Don't let their words determine how you move and whatever it is you got going on. Never will I do that. Will I take a little hint, maybe an advice? Will I say, that's something to think about? Yes, things can be thought-provoking, but I would never determine the outcome of my relationship with anybody, business, intimate, or friendship based upon what I heard a complete goddamn stranger told me for like what, 15 seconds? Stop it.
But see, this what I want. This what I want to get at, right? Is I don't want people to think like I'm just the perfect person, and I don't want people to think that I'm giving relationship advice. I'm just speaking out of experience and out
That's
of
it.
shit that I've learned throughout my life, and that I've learned with dealing with the woman I've been dealing with for all these years, and the ones prior. You know what I'm saying? Like I put all my experiences together. So things is not always gonna be peaches and cream. You're gonna have to have a time where you really sit back and you just look at yourself and think about where you want to be at in life, and what do you want out of life, and who do you want to be in your life. That's it. And if you don't do that, you're forever gonna be chasing the I want to be perfect for this person instead of, like Smitty said, being perfect for yourself. Be perfect for yourself, and then people who want to fit into your world is going to start coming into your world because y'all gonna have like-minded interests. Start with yourself first. To kill loneliness, one, you need a companion. So if you can't find a companion, that means you have to be alone in order to love yourself, in order to know what you're going to deal with and what you're not going to deal with, where you want to go at in life and where you don't want to go at in life. What do you want out of this person and what you don't want out of that person? And then once you figure out some morals, some values, and you have some self-discipline amongst yourself and all that good shit, then the people that the interest that you're gonna have is gonna start. You're gonna start saying you're gonna meet people with the same kind of interest. So
Okay,
that's why I keep saying you gotta go get you some. It's not to be funny. It's just saying, bruh, nah, you need a counterpart. In order to kill loneliness, the only way to kill loneliness, you need somebody to fucking talk to. You can't kill loneliness by yourself. How you gonna kill loneliness by yourself? You're alone.
Right. Okay. No. Absolutely on point with that, because the fact is that even down to, how you said, say you can't find a person to cure the loneliness. You know what most people do? Listen, you know what comes with when you figure out yourself? You figure out what you're good at. You know what comes with when you figure out what you're good at? Look at the cookie trail, people. You figure out a hobby. You know what comes with a hobby? Time spent with yourself. You know what comes with that time spent with yourself? Figuring out how much you love who you are, because you just discovered how purposeful you can be through your hobbies, through your talents, and your uniqueness and what you discover. But that can only come when the person takes time to sit with themselves. That's something that I've done for years and years. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a decade or so on in. I know thoroughly what it's like to have literally like a year or two with no human contact besides maybe a checkup on your health. I know literally what it's like. I've been there and I've passed that stage. I only say that to say I'm not somebody talking about this who ain't been through it. I've been isolated beyond isolation. So I know exactly what it takes. And is it easy? No. If you really were to ask me, it was probably the most torturous moment next to being trapped under that train and my leg caught between the wheel and the gear shift that I ever felt in my life. I know exactly what it takes and I know exactly what comes with it because we did that. We passed that. And so I'm only here to speak on what it is that I have experience in. And I only wanted to make that clear because unfortunately, I have to give that slight disclaimer because there are so many people that talk about shit and they either don't walk it or they ain't never been through it. We done did that. Go ahead, Chop. What you got before we get up out of here shortly?
Nah, and that's the thing, bro. Like it's easy to mark this off as, oh, this is an illness, oh, this is that. This it shouldn't be like, no. I get it. You know, it says what you were saying about the mind and being the devil's playground.
Oh yeah. I mean, just basically like just too much time on your hand. Like
Yeah.
I love when I
So
have like a project or something to do for someone. Go ahead.
exactly. That we're not talking about a motherfucker that just sitting around on the couch all day, just not doing nothing, just walking around, just not doing nothing, don't have nothing, no responsibilities in life. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the average person that can seem as if they're lonely and they're really not. It's just that they haven't found the right person for them. And most of the time is that they're putting themselves in a vulnerable state from the beginning. They're not finding themselves and what they like out of themselves. If you ask the average person, well, what is it that you like to do? Motherfucker gonna be like, I don't know. I never thought about it. I need some time on that because nobody really thinks about what it is that they want to do in the next 5 years. It's only right now. This is what I'm doing right now. You start thinking what you want to do with your life, where you want your life to go at. You start working on, like Smitty said, some hobby. You start picking up something, a book club or whatever it is. If you like to work out or whatever, you know what I'm saying. If you find something, then you will find people with the same like-minded interests, and then your loneliness will be cured. So everybody want to have people all around them so they can like them. Like me, just like me. Be around me and like me for what? The fuck do I want to be around you for and like you for? I don't even know how I know we got the same interest.
Absolute facts, my brother. And that's the main thing that I want to really make sure that I spread right now is one, how much Now, I do have a message that I am trying to get across tonight, y'all. And I do get it on your end. You speak much more from a strong mentality. I want us to also be very considerate. There are a lot of folks out here that don't have the head strength that we do. Don't forget, brother, I was ran over by a train only 2 years ago. Do you hear me talk with a whole bunch of pain? Do you hear me sound like who hurt you? Do you hear me get up on here complaining and bitching about shit and why the world want this? Do you see a GoFundMe? Any of it? So I really want us to like really think about it, bro. If anybody has a reason to bitch, moan, and complain, I would think it's the dude that lost a body part after being hit by a train. And you don't see or hear me do none of it. I purposely make sure, I'm not saying that to toot my horn, toot toot. I'm just saying I do that purposely to make sure that it's clear and known. We all got our story. I know what you've been through is really something. What I've been through is really something. But I know for a fact, I have to present and show a certain level of resilience because I must be that inspiration for somebody else that might go through what I go through and or more, or even just a little less. That's the only reason why I do what I do, bro. People really do forget I go through physical pain every day. It's a lot of nights I don't even sleep, bro. I don't talk about that shit on here. I mean, I'm saying something now, but it's just a real quick, just a slight reflection. I go through a lot of physical pain to this very moment. My accident was 2 years ago. Y'all ever heard of phantom pain? Do you know what that consists of? It's weird. Okay, you know what it's like to wake up just sweating and you got to keep changing and washing your sheets and comforters because, you done soaked them in sweat through thoughts, just thoughts in your mind trying to rest. I don't get up here and display none of that because I must show resilience. I must show strength. That is what my people need. We have every excuse in the world to say the white man is, job won't hire me that, I'm a felon. We have everything in the world to give us excuses. I want to be the representation of someone who says, no excuses, let's get this shit done. But I'm also the person that will never, ever, ever have a lack of empathy and compassion for those who really are struggling and trying to get to that point. And I just wanted to make that clear. I digress. My mic is muted. Go ahead, child.
Nah, you're right. And reason. All right, so I get it. Like I do come from a strong headspace, but you got to understand, like I come from a strong headspace because I've seen a lot of shit. I had to grow up faster than average. I was out the house, like I told you, bro. I was out the house 15, 16. I
Yeah,
was out the
15.
house.
Yeah, I remember that with the message. I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to. I was that social awkward kid in school that didn't have, the funds to have the fly shit. I was the kid that had to go to school on the first day with pay less. You know what I'm saying? I was that kid. I had a fucking bad hair day one time and I refused to do anything in fucking school. And I remember the teacher was like, can somebody give this boy 3 braids so we can get him to fucking participate? So the teacher let the girl give me 3 braids in the back of the class so I can get back to doing what I was doing. Like I really was that kid. So when you say being lonely and shit like that, I don't comprehend that well because motherfucker, I remember being as a kid having to go through shit like that. It didn't stop me from being who I was. You know what I'm saying? It didn't stop me from meeting the people that I met. I got friends, I got people I can talk to, you know what I'm saying? But yes, do I like to just be by myself and just think about certain things? Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't like being around a whole group of people. And that comes from as a kid, you know what I'm saying, not being around a lot of people. So
that also comes from a natural, believe it or not, those who are I'm not going to say born leaders because leaders have to be developed and processed. But what I'm saying is that those who have the what folks will look at and say you have the qualifications and the fittings for leadership, they generally see that because you are the person who is off thinking to yourself. Generally, that thinking to yourself is how we strategize and plan. The person who's always in the middle of the crowd is the person always partying. What does party bring about? You lose track of time. You ever heard somebody say, oh man, I didn't even know, man, you know? Yeah, because that's what happens when you party. You are then in a state of unawareness, all the way down to something as simple as, I didn't even know it was like 1:30 in the morning. Shit, I gotta get out of here. So you got some good points right there, child. Let's go ahead and get back to this last part of the video after you finish what you have to say, brother. You got the floor. Don't worry about it.
No, go ahead. No, we almost done. I want to make sure we on time.
Okay, bet that. So yeah, we got 2 more little segments, and I'm gonna get back to this on the next one because I want to fill in on the JP thing, and I want to fill back in on this. So we're gonna do a part 2 to this entire show. So don't you worry, we're gonna get back to it. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and finish up.
Including friendship and even family. So as we make our way through this video, think of the men in your life. Where is all of this loneliness coming from? And why men? Researchers Dr. Ferdy Botha and Dr. Marley Bauer found numerous causes or contributors to male loneliness. Their article published in BMC Public Health listed increased social isolation, romantic partnership disillusion, having a long-term disability, and stronger beliefs that men should be the breadwinners of the household as features that
I can't even front the long-term disability one. Yeah, I know exactly what that one feels like. You want to know why? I'll speak on a piece of it. Once upon a time, 6 foot even, 178 to 83 pounds, pure cut muscle, 0.2% body fat, healthy. I am that nephew, that brother, that best friend. Hey, could you help me with this? Do that, blah, blah, blah. I noticed how once my accident happened, my phone stopped ringing. I shit you not. That's when it all started to kick in. My phone just stopped ringing. I remember folks used to call me to help them with this, help them with that. Could you come over and look at this, look at that? And I get it. It's also a certain amount of courtesy that people give you. Like, we know that you're going through something. But I shit you not. When my phone stopped ringing for me to be of service to those around me and who I care about and love the most, that's when that shit really hit me. And it just, it took a toll. And that's something that I'm not going to front. If I was to be honest tonight, I do struggle with that. Not with strangers. I struggle with the fact of I'm not as useful to those who I used to be so useful to anymore. That is something. What you got, Chop?
Now, hey, I get it. Mine would be more opposite. It's like motherfuckers call me when I'm useful to them, but don't when I need some useful hands, I ain't got nobody.
Hey man, say that, bruh. Oh my gosh, bruh.
See, that's the part of the loner.
And you know what makes it? I'm sorry. Like, bruh, I'm working on it. I'm sorry. You know what makes that? You know what makes that so difficult? Because in our hearts, we know when I did that for you, I always said it in my heart of hearts. This ain't no tit for tat. Mm-hmm. We continuously know the work we've put in. And when you find, and especially when you know, yo, I don't even be asking for shit, yo. I don't ask for nothing. And then you're finally in that one position and you actually do need some assistance. It can be quite a roller coaster of emotions inside of one's body and head space. When you look
Facts.
around and you like, bruh, are you serious? Nobody's checking in. Nobody's picking up the phone. That's some real shit, bruh. Go ahead, keep on rocking on.
Now, what I was saying though, like, you know, when you there, you always constantly there, you know. But then when it's time for somebody to be there for you, you look around, ain't nobody there, and like that's the part of the loner, you know, that we don't really talk about, because at the end of the day, what's the point of bitching and moaning about it? See, the thing is, that's why I don't like this kind of label a person, because they like to be by themselves as a loner. They not weak. You know what loners do? They learn how to figure shit out by themselves.
What? Loners strategize.
You see what I'm saying?
I stay on a plotting plan. I stay on a new blueprint.
Bruh, we figure shit, and trust me, if we don't have nobody to move a house by, trust me, that house gonna get moved. If we do it all night by ourselves type shit, that house gonna get moved. We're gonna do that shit. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure a way.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? So
all the way down to that couch that don't quite fit through the door. We gonna figure out
figure out how to get that bitch through the door.
Angle to slide that big ass four-seater couch through that teeny ass 11 by 8 ass door. Listen, we gonna figure out. No, you know what? Tilt it this way. Matter of fact, take the legs off.
Take the legs off. Right.
We gonna figure out some shit, bruh. You dead ass on that one.
I'm trying to tell you.
Solving when a man does not run from the problems, we run to it.
Thank you. See, that's why I don't compute with that loner shit and you know, trying to label that shit as like some type of ill. Nah, hell no. If anything, motherfuckers need to be to themselves more often. That's the problem is. Everybody wanna, hey, look at me. Hey, look at me. Hey, look what I can do. Hey, look what I can do.
Okay. I really can't say nothing to that, my brother, because that is very much so the case that I see as well. We are too quick to pull phones out for everything. We're too quick. And why does the phone come out? Because you want validation from other people. Why do you want validation from other people? Because you never really sat with yourself. There are people who just don't know how to really truly enjoy an activity to themselves. Somebody always has to be involved. I know how to have fun with myself. Now, do I want to do that 24/7? No. Even that, listen, any and everything gets old. Being around people all the time gets old. Being to yourself all the time, you know what I'm saying? At some point, right? Unless you're truly of the art of learnership, right? But I'm talking about the average person. That's all I'm speaking about. The average person. Because the fact is, you know why humans are born in families and the way we are is because it's a direct indication we are of a companion creation. We're not like, you know, some species of shark, whale, or whatever, you know, they'll yeah, like it's almost like, you have some creations as soon as they're born, certain breeds of snakes and everything, as soon as they're born, they're on their own, like literally, like certain breeds of gator, everything, you're on your own from the very second that you blink and you can recognize that you're breathing air. We are not that. That's not what we are. We are of socialized, social, being social, working together, helping, receiving. All of these things are what brings about what keeps a person balanced and keeps us from having it to the point where you're only in your 40s and you got heart problems because you're dealing with loneliness. I'm going to pull up this one last little clip before we get out of here, and it's only going to be for a couple seconds. I want to pull this up because I do believe that it's something that should be talked about, okay? I mean, not talked about, just to point out. So here we go. Hold on. Let me type this in. Y'all give me a quick second. Hold on.
Oh, while
Go ahead.
Smitty
No,
do
no.
that, right?
Yeah, do that.
So, and it's crazy. Like, I kind of like, it was like telepathy. Because soon as I thought about the species shit, you said it, and what I was ready to say is, now we know it's a whole lot of species out here that has a social structure amongst their species and communicates amongst their species. You don't see them when I'm gonna just use it. I'm gonna use orcas, killer whales. I'm gonna use orcas for example. You don't see when an orca get hit by a boat, the other orcas, motherfucker, come pull up and pull out their cell phones and start recording that orca get hit by the boat and shit. No.
Right.
What they do is they remember that, okay, this is the kind of boat that hit my family the last time.
Memory is out of this
And
world. Yeah.
next time that bitch come through here, we ready to sink that motherfucker. We gonna slide for real. You know what I'm saying? So like they're so, our social structure is built different because we got the capabilities to think that, oh, if I don't fit in with this social structure, then I'm not going to be accepted amongst the mass. And that's not really how it is. We want to be accepted amongst the mass so bad that we fall for any little thing, any little label, if I come out with a label tomorrow that motherfuckers are like, oh shit, you know what? I do these things. I must be this. And they're going to follow that because, oh, it must be real because, I mean, some doctor that we never fucking heard of came up with a fucking book and said, oh yeah, this is this and this is it. And if you act like this, then you're this type of person. No, that's just the shit that you like to fucking do. That's it.
Nah, good point right there. I don't know if I pulled up the best videos for this, but again, I wanted to make it very clear. Loneliness is a very, very real thing, right? And loneliness is not just something that happens with people, okay? Loneliness is something that occurs all over. So I'm gonna play these last two little clips. We ain't really got to talk through it. They're short clips. I'm just gonna let them play, but just so we can get a better idea of how this works when it comes to loneliness. So if you think you as a person is just you, it's not. It's not at all. Let's go ahead and do this. I'll digress. My mic is muted.
This is the story of one of the world's most famous pop stars and the world's loneliest elephant. After 35 years in captivity, at times left chained up, Gavan is being set free. Tens of thousands of people signed a petition on his behalf. His most vocal supporter, superstar Cher. Earlier this year, she described news of his upcoming release as one of the greatest moments of her life. Gavan was given to Pakistan as a gift by the Sri Lankan government back in 1985, but he's been badly treated at this zoo, enduring poor conditions. Life got even worse after his only companion died 8 years ago.
The way Gavan is swaying his head from side to side is a common sign of distress, and it's something that he spends a lot of time doing. It's why campaigners have been so keen to move him.
Come here, Gavan. Very good.
Now Gavan will be taken to a wildlife sanctuary in Cambodia after a court shut the zoo down until its facilities are improved. A specialist international charity has been preparing him for the journey, trying to get him used to the crate he will fly in, using food to encourage him to obey their commands.
It's like any other dog training or training your cat or whatever, or
a bit bigger than a cat.
It's a bit big, just it depends on the cat. I think the main deal is that he feels comfortable with whatever you do, or at least excited enough to follow and maybe to follow you somehow. Yeah, because as soon as he is kind of afraid, as soon as he shows like how do you say mistrust, yeah, then you can go back home.
And now the end is near.
Kavan weighs around 5 tons. Moving him will be a huge logistical challenge. But the charity's leading vet has discovered how to help keep him calm, singing to him his favorite song, Frank Sinatra's I Did It My Way. Sikandar Kamani, BBC News, Islamabad.
And so my point to that, and the only thing I want to say before we get up out of here, absolutely shout out to the missus. You already know what you get anytime you step into the room, anytime you step out, real quick. Okay, now, so she says, I'm a loner and love it. It's safer, peaceful, and soothing. Absolutely. You know, the thing that I want to make sure that I get clear in this message right here, my love, is that just like me, just like you, just like Brother Chop here, and a host of others, we are all of those ones who do have that headspace. The thing is that I do know that this world doesn't just consist of me, you, Chop, and those host of others. There are a lot more people. You know, we are considered the anomalies in this topic. Would you say that, Chop?
Definitely.
We are definitely considered those of the unique, rare ones. Most people don't know how to sit 5 minutes with themselves, my love. You know this. You work in the field. You've seen enough yourself, you know. So I'm just preaching to the choir on that one. I know you hit, my love. Like, real talk, I want to make sure that I do get a message out there to people who don't have the strength that me, you, Chop, and others have. We do recognize that loneliness is something that's extremely, extremely real. And this is the last video that I get to for the night for this. Chop, whatever you got to say. This is a real short video too. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is just a quick news segment so we can go ahead and really listen to why I'm speaking about the loneliness epidemic. Okay. But again, like, shoot, I click up off of here, you know, either I speak on the phone with you or whatever it is I do for the night. I just know how to occupy my time because I've always had to do that in some form or fashion. And that is the main reason why I'm able to have the strength and the mentality that I have today. So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and get to this last. It's a news clip and we out of here, Chop. Let's do it. Hey, I want to say, hey, bro, thank you for hanging out with me, dog. I appreciate you tonight, man. Real, like real shit, though, because you don't have to be.
Good.
And I just want to make sure I let you know I do recognize it and I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, did you pull it up?
Yeah, I got it right now. My bad. That commercial was long as shit. That was one of them jumps. Oh
shit.
Yeah, that was one of them like 45-second jumps. Now we right here with it right now. This is the last video of the night. I digress. My mic is muted. Let's go ahead and get to it.
The month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and U.S. Surgeon General Dr. Vivek Murthy has issued a new advisory on loneliness as a health issue. In the report, Dr. Murthy warns.
That's a very, very true thing. And that's why I'm so glad that me and you was able to find each other. Through me being a loner, through you being a loner, I was able to find you. You were able to find me, and thus, you know, we've been working things out ever since. So that right there is on point, my love. And thank you so much for typing that in the chat. I appreciate you. Respect to you for that one. Me and you on that one. Let's go ahead and start that comment. There we go.
That loneliness poses a health risk just as deadly as smoking. He calls it an epidemic. I spoke about it today on GMA3.
This is a problem that has been building for decades in our country. COVID certainly worsened it. It poured fuel on the fire, but that fire was burning before. And as the world has moved.
And again, for the record, this is not just subjected to one type of loneliness. This is the overall factors that come with loneliness, period. You have some people that have had awesome, beautiful relationships. They're now a widow or widower. They're in their elder stages. They don't have nothing to do with them not picking a person right, looking or it has nothing at all to do with any of that. Absolutely, my love. My all right now. Good night to you as well, beautiful. For the third time. But nah, real talk though. That it's multiple factors that come with this. This is not just one category of this don't have nothing to do specifically with like, oh, you're lonely because maybe somebody broke your heart or a best friend did you dirty or what have you. Loneliness, period. You got people that live in whole towns. You got people who are married with a whole family, and they go through some of the biggest loneliness that you can ever think of. Why? Like Chop, am I lying?
Bruh, I'm
This
telling you,
don't
bruh,
have
you can
nothing
be
to
in a whole
do.
relationship and still
Whole
be lonely.
relationship. Yes, and feel lonely. This ain't got nothing to do with being by yourself, and loners can pick, but this ain't got nothing to do with that. This has everything to do with the fact that loneliness is a real thing in today's society. And they said it earlier, it's been exacerbated, especially ever since COVID. Now, that's something that, I do believe. Again, I just like to tap in on the topics here and there that we all know most people steer clear from and they stay away from. I
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure that I do give a tap in and talk about these things. It ain't got
Nah,
nothing to do with always about no relationship. You can have a best friend do you dirty, and that was the best. Look, you got people who lonely because their dog died.
bruh, that's
Like,
that's
come
what I'm
on.
trying to say. That's why I'm trying to say we got like people. If anything, it all right. I know I sound like like a strong minded person, right? Trust me, took a long time to get like that. But what I'm saying is, don't don't think that I'm just talking about like being by yourself and stuff like that. Like, no, I get it. I just want y'all to forget the labels. Don't let them label y'all as if this is y'all like this is what y'all are, because that's not what y'all are. If you like generally being by yourself, then you just generally like being by yourself. That's simple and plain. If you like being the life of the party, then you just like being the life of the party.
That's a fact, bro.
That's just simple and plain.
And
There's no
and then you
spec.
have those of us who are like right down the middle. Sometimes I like to get it in. I'm a little more lively, and then there's other
Hmm.
times. Most of the time, bro, I might just be chilling, bro. I ain't
You
really,
conservative.
yeah, that's it. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Exactly. Like,
Exactly.
bruh, stop letting them label y'all into one category to make y'all feel like this is what y'all are, and you have to go with what the masses say because that's what everybody is. No, no, that's not what everybody is. If you like I said, if you like being by yourself, that's just what the fuck you like to do. If you
Facts.
like being the life of the party, that's just what you like to do. You like having a lot of people around you. That's
Exactly.
it. If you like,
Exactly.
if it's a party going on and you want to just go have fun, and then you want to go back to your cave and just chill back for the rest of the night,
Yep.
then that's what you like to do. There's no
That sound like
categories
me.
for that shit.
That sound like me. Every once in a while, maybe once or twice a year, I'll poke my head out just to let y'all know I'm still living. I'm good.
Yeah, you
I'm
feel
still
me?
fresh, and then I go right back to hibernation, bro. Throughout, like I don't
Real
need to
talk.
be around y'all. Like that's just what it is, and I would say definitely that's something that me and the missus definitely click on big time. Is
Right.
neither one of us really care at all about being around people. Like we just don't. And that's why she said, like, I get it. I know exactly why she said, like, when she says right here, me and her, we talked about this. Oh, yeah. It is
Hmm.
definitely, it is definitely much more soothing because you know why? When I'm with myself, when I lose something, I know didn't nobody steal it. I gotta find
Hmm.
it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm by my
Hmm.
I don't go through a whole bunch of confusion. I don't go through who's saying this behind my back. It is. It is so much more
Mm-hmm.
soothing when you are to yourself. And like I said, like real talk, like that is why we click so tough. It
So
has more than anything to do with like our living life. Like, forget what favorite movie you like and all this other stuff. It has everything to do with that right there. I'm a loner and love it. When she met me, I told her the same thing. I'm a loner and I love that shit. I
because
love what? My
you
peace. Don't you
understood
hear me talk about it,
yourself.
Chop? Come on now.
Hmm. You
Don't
understood
disturb
yourself.
my
You
peace.
you took your time to figure out yourself, what you like, where you like to go at, and guess what? You attracted you attracted the person that you are. See, that's what, and this is what truth was trying to explain. When you're a man and you leading your household and you provide, not even provide, you're just leading your household and stuff, doing everything that the man is supposed to do. The woman starts to get in line and she starts to do exactly what the men start to do. How many times you just go to say something and she's already thinking what she was ready to say? She done already said it. It was already, you was just ready to say it, but she already
Hey,
spit it
bruh,
out
bruh, all day,
because
all
be,
day.
because what's happening is she's picking up off of your aura, and now her aura is starting
Exactly.
to merge with yours. So now you don't have to say nothing to her. All you gotta do is look at her a certain kind of way. She already know what you're thinking.
And that is exactly what I'm so thankful for, to have been able to found. That's when two becomes one.
Thank you.
That's what we call, listen, literally. It's not about just, oh, I'm holding on to your body while I'm inside you. No, two become one when it comes to the merging of minds in
Mhm.
lifestyle and thought process. And
Right.
then when we go from looking each other eye to eye, like I'm looking at you, you looking at me, then we shift it and we take it to the next level. And now you're standing next to me, not behind me,
Not
not in
behind me.
front of me, next to me, hand in hand. And now we're looking at this life at a forward view together. So now I have two more eyes. You have two more eyes. I have one
Mhm.
more thought process of a mind, and you have one more thought process of a mind. We bring that together, and that is how true memories of love is made. Now, let me ask you this last question. Have you ever been through anything with the woman that you with all these years?
Bruh. I
What would
wouldn't
have
I
happened? What
wouldn't make it. I wouldn't have made it all these years if we ain't go through shit.
Okay, so what do you think would have been like the case if, like, maybe like in the beginning stages, y'all kind of went through like the I'm getting to know you. She don't really get how you move, or you may say something or move a certain way, and she don't, she don't take it a certain way. Like, if you like, what would you say was the biggest benefit of what you all went through and being able to look back and say, this is where we are today? Go ahead.
The biggest thing was being able to be with her, not be with her, but still be in her life, and then get back together. Because so in what I'm saying is we got a chance to know each other. Then we got a chance to grow without each other, and then we got a chance to be back with each other and then grow further.
Okay.
You see
Okay.
what I'm saying? So
Mm.
in the beginning, when we first started talking, it was just like that's what it was. We was talking, we was understanding each other, but we always had that conversation as if we was already together.
Mm-hmm.
We talked as if we was already together for years. But then when we split up, it was years. years went by. You know what I'm saying? So we had a chance to actually grow, you know, from teenagers to young adults. And then when we got back as young adults, we became adults, parents, husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always been a progression. That's why I said. That's why I said. That's why I made it so valid. That's made it so valid that you know I known her for that long, because with knowing a person that long comes history, comes chemistry, comes familiar. Damn, how you say that word? Familiar. Yeah, dang, how you say that? I'm gonna get tongue twisted on it.
Hold on.
Familiarity.
Familiarity.
Yes, there you go.
Familiarity. Yes.
Yes, I get tongue twisted on that. But yeah, so she understands certain habits of mine and certain things that I do, and yeah, without me even having to say certain things, she already
Exactly.
can. Yeah,
I
but that
mean, and
goes
that's
with knowing each other.
and you want to know something? That's also, believe it or not, that's also, where is it at? Part of that superpower. That's part of that superpower. When you're a loner and you know yourself well enough, it's much more easier for you to also read other people. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I know that's definitely a superpower of mine as well, is, believe it or not,
You,
discernment, I do believe, is a superpower just as much as telepathy.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny
Real
about
shit.
that?
Yeah.
I used to tell my wife like she was the only drug, like she's the only person that I'll be addicted to. Like she's the only drug that I'll be really addicted to. And
Yeah.
it's not the sense of like, she just her pussy just so good. You know, nah, it ain't that. It's just I'm drawn to her. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she's the
Right.
only person. She like you said, with being alone, with being a loner and being a person that likes to be by themselves and shit like that. You are a good person of reading auras and reading vibes and shit like that. She's one of them type of people that I couldn't really read her vibe. It took me like to this day, like a lot of time, I know, like, don't get twisted. I know certain things she thinking. I know like
Bruh, it's a
certain
continuous learning factor, isn't it?
exactly. It's
What if
like it's
she would
like,
have just said
bruh,
to you, what if she would have said to you, look, it's been a year and a half, nigga, you don't know me, you should know by now.
bruh. You feel what I'm saying? And that's
Come
the
on
false
now.
reality. You're never gonna get that. That's
Thank you.
why, yeah, that's why I was so drawn to it, because like I can read everybody else. I can't read you. You make
Thank
it
you,
hard for me
bruh.
to read.
But look,
I'm one of those type of people like, yo, if I can't figure it out, I'm gonna figure it out.
man, what? Hey, listen, that I was just going there, bruh. And that's the like, you know, I've spoken about that before, just in relationship talks, period. Just like, yo, like the fact is, that's my that's what I was speaking about earlier. That's my opportunity to show you how I'm able to problem solve. Oh shit, a problem? Problem to men means puzzle, and we love putting them pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
We love trying to, I'm talking about a certain quality of men. We love trying to figure that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't see a problem that happens and say, oh shit, something happened. Well, time to break up. No, we like, oh shit,
No.
it's my time to shine. Where's my tool belt? Let me go ahead and get, yeah, I've been waiting for this moment. Now's my time to show you what I'm really made of. Because something just
Mm-hmm.
took place. You don't feel comfortable. I want you to be comfortable. And now I'm here. What? Emotionally ready, emotionally stable. I'm ready to communicate. I'm ready to listen. I am ready to acknowledge. And all of these things is what is going to comprise of me going ahead and rectifying and getting you back to that comfortable position that I also love to see you in. And that comfortable
Mm-hmm.
position is of you smiling, you saying, hey, babe, and everything else. How was your day? And all of these
Right.
things. The only way that I can do that is when a problem happens, I must be given, I can't take it. I'm not allowed to take it, but I must be given the opportunity from you to rectify and fix that. And that's just how that goes. That's a very, very real thing. But let's go ahead and get back to the last bit of this video so we can get up out of here. I'm not even gonna pause it. I'm gonna just let that bad boy play. Let's go ahead and rock out. Let's do it. And yeah, respect to you, Chop. I appreciate you and all your insight as a married man in a successful relationship. Salute to you. We're not listening to somebody who's not doing it themselves right now as we speak.
Faster and faster as things have changed so much, as we now move around a lot, we change jobs a lot, how we communicate with one another has changed and often shifted from in-person to online. A lot of that together has actually taken a toll on our relationship. Now we're realizing that we've got to be intentional about rebuilding those relationships because they have a profound effect both on our mental health and our physical health.
That's the Surgeon General talking about loneliness. And to discuss this further, let's bring in clinical psychologist Dr. Jeff Gardier. Doctor, this advisory comes on the heels of a New York Times op-ed written by the Surgeon General, and it was titled, "We Have Become a Lonely Nation. It's Time to Fix That." You know, I'm just stumped. Why? You know, what's your take on this, and what's your biggest concern about it? I didn't think America was a fragmented, fractured, lonely country. People were, you know, in all kinds of groups. We were famous as a nation of joiners, and now it seems we're staying alone. What's going on?
So, Terry, as you alluded to earlier, and as Dr. Murthy had talked about, really the pandemic has lifted the curtain on many of our social ills. And one of those ills was the fact because of social media, because of the internet, we were certainly becoming a society that was very much insulated, focusing just on ourselves. Many of our activities were online, and we were starting to lose that human connection. Now we find that with the pandemic, since we were even more isolated, that loneliness has become an after effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. And now loneliness is an epidemic of its own. We're seeing a 50% increase in the risk of developing dementia for older adults, 29% increase in the risk of heart disease, 32% increase in the risk of stroke, premature death up by more than 60%, and certainly more depression. These are the things that are telling us, Terry, more than anything else, that as social animals, as human beings, that we need to be connected. Our evolution is about relying on one another, and we're losing that connection, and it's having deleterious effects.
Yeah, those are striking figures there. The advisory today also includes a framework, they call it, to combat loneliness. And that framework lists strengthening social infrastructure, enacting pro-connection public policies, mobilizing the health sector, reforming digital environments, deepening our knowledge, and cultivating a culture of connection. You know, that sounds great, but isn't it kind of up to each one of us to reach out to one another, kind of the old-fashioned way? Love thy neighbor?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. At the end of the day, the responsibility falls to us as individuals to make sure that we really operate as a social group. But some of those recommendations that you talked about really says, hey, we as a government, as institutions, as schools, as medical environments, that we need to participate in that. We need to make sure that parks, libraries stay open. As you know, in some states, there are some legislators that are trying to close down libraries. Make sure that we have playgrounds where our kids can connect with one another. Making sure that there's accessible public transportation and paid family leave so people can not only see one another, but when they need a break from having children, for example, or some sort of an illness, that they can recuperate but be there for one another. And most importantly, deepening our knowledge as to what's going on, not only in the medical and psychological field, but for us as a society. What is going on with this isolation, with loneliness, and what do each of us need to do to solve this problem? Because if we don't, the effects will continue to be dire.
Just saying hello to people on the street or reaching out to that brother you haven't spoken with in a while, I guess.
That's right. That's right. The basic, simple things.
And being aware, I guess, of our own loneliness. How do you counsel people to recognize loneliness in themselves and how it might differ from other conditions?
You know, it's one thing, Terry, to want to be by yourself and taking that time. It's another thing when it's forced upon you or you don't have a choice and you see that you're by yourself, you're becoming dysphoric, you feel that you're losing that human connection, and you see that, in fact, this dysphoria may be turning into a depression. That is a very, very clear sign that there is deprivation of humanity, deprivation of touch. So it's important that we recognize it and do something about it. But as you said, asking something like, hey, how are you doing? And really listening to what the person has to say and showing interest.
Well, I'm inspired.
Oh shit. Hey, hey, bro. Yo, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You're supposed to actually already in life just go up to a person and be like, hey, how you doing? It's called common courtesy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I get so much respect when I go to the stores and shit like that. Like, people stop and talk to me and shit. Because I go in the store and the person can have the meanest mug on their face, and I'll just be like, yeah, what's going on, bro? How you feeling? Oh yeah. Hey man, I'm just trying to beat the cold, bro. It's cold out there today. You know, just generally talk to a person and watch his whole demeanor change.
Just
you know what I'm saying?
I've seen it, bruh.
But see, you don't learn these things. You don't learn these things when you're around a whole bunch of people. You see what I'm saying? You don't, because when you're around a whole bunch of people, you're trying to be the person that's being seen. Or if you're around a whole bunch of people, you're trying to be the most victimless person out there so that everybody can give you the love and attention that you so badly need. When you like being by yourself, you can see and read on people's faces though, this person not having a good day. Let me try to lighten this person's day up. You know what? This person, it seems like they on edge. Let me not give them no reason to be even more on edge. Let me make their job a little bit easier. You know, person come to you, talk to you, and just generally talk to you about anything that they got going on in their life. You can sit there and listen to them, and then interact with a solid opinion that might lighten that person's day up. See, this is all the benefits of actually being by yourself, because then you can start reading this stuff. You can start you can one, be relatable to people. That's one thing. A lot of, like they said, if a majority of people is lonely, wouldn't you want a person who's by themselves mostly to be able to talk to you? You don't want to talk to a person that's around a whole bunch of people because they can't. How they gonna converse with you?
Exactly. How are you really going to get a nice, good, in-depth feel of who it is that you're speaking to?
Yeah.
Facts.
So like when they say these things, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I don't. That all this shit sounds like is a bunch of propaganda bullshit. You know what I mean? And motherfuckers not trying to admit that they just don't have no interaction with people. Go outside your fucking home, start interacting with people, stop texting shit to people, actually have a conversation with a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Hear that person out. Go stand and communicate with somebody face to face, not just on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like these are
It
things
hits
that you
way
should.
different in person. It's something about when you're, I was talking to the missus about that. It's something about in person. It's far beyond when you're on the phone. It's not the
Exactly.
same. It's so different. And I was telling my homeboy about that too, as far as like communication. He was talking to me about how he was talking to this chick that like she only wanted to text, and I said, man, I dealt with that too. I told my story about that. I said, oh, you too? Damn, you went through the same thing. And then he was talking about how, yeah, man, he's like, I just couldn't get a feel of who she was because I never could hear her voice or see her facial expression. None of that. Like, we never FaceTime. It was just text messages, and I just had to like go off of what she said based on the emoji.
Right.
And that can be very frustrating when trying to communicate. So yeah, definitely. I know what you're saying as far as that goes. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. You know, it's like this is why you will feel so awkward or feel like nobody understands you is because you're working off a computer. You're getting all your emotions and logic and
Talking
thoughts
points.
off a computer. You know what I'm saying? And you're not actually communicating. The best part of actually being around people is actually being able to feel that person's energy when you're actually having a solid conversation with
Man,
certain
what?
people.
And you
When the
can,
en-
yeah.
yeah, y'all can transfer energy back and forth and stuff like that. Like, bro, it's so much to that, but you don't understand that when you're around a lot of people. You got to be by yourself in order to understand certain things, and to make being alone, you know what I'm saying, a disease or something that you gotta fear. It's like you don't
Yeah,
fear
yes,
being by yourself, bruh.
I'm with
Don't
you on.
fear being by yourself. Yeah. You know what? You know what? You know why I was laughing, right? Because I was laughing because I found it ironic, right? They said that we got a lonely pandemic going on, but ain't these the same motherfuckers that was talking about having a whole 4B movement and shit? Oh, we not communicating with no man, and if you married to a man that voted for Donald Trump, you need to leave him and don't have no kids with nobody. And yeah, oh, okay, yeah. Now motherfuckers talk about they lonely. Man, miss me with that shit. This is why I sound like I have a strong mentality, because it be so much bullshit that be spewed. One second y'all don't want to be around motherfuckers, and then next second is, you know what? Y'all need to be back around people because it's lonely out here. This shit, you motherfucking right. I bet it
Make
is.
your
I
mind
bet it
up.
is.
Make your mind up.
I bet it is.
Big facts, big facts. But look though, we gonna go ahead. We had the 3 hour look. I went well low. I said I was trying to stop at 3. But you know what?
Word.
I love it though. No. I love it though. I said that specifically to say this is what happens when wonderful, great discussions is able to just cure and formulate, you know. I always appreciate it. I want everybody to always remember this, man. I like to make sure I think I gotta reiterate this a lot more. This channel is not for me. Let me go ahead and cam up while I say this. This channel is not for me. I am somebody who recognized that I want somewhere to speak. I don't just think about myself. I always think about the village along with myself. I developed this channel so that we have a place to speak our mind. To those in the chat, everybody that comes up here, I don't agree with what they say, but I'm gonna let them talk. To everybody on the panel, I don't agree with every single thing said in the chat, but they can type whatever they want. This is our space. No one can guard your tongue. No one can tell you what to say or how to say it. Just be mindful that YouTube does have rules. Don't get me struck down. You see? But I do want to make it clear. I want to provide for you what I want for myself, somewhere to articulate my voice and my thoughts. That's why Smitty Corner exists. I could give a damn about no likes. I don't give a shit about no clout. I don't care about none of that shit. It will be nice to have numbers go up. Why? For one reason and one reason only. So that way more people know that you have somewhere that you can come to. That's it. But whether people come here or not, the show must go on. Don't forget that. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Hey, Chop.
Yeah.
I found a nigga that reminded me of if you were a rapper.
Ah, snap.
So everybody, I'm gonna end it off on this one. This one right here is called "If ACOG Was a Rapper." This would be his video to a T. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Now, don't you feel tough? Yeah. Don't you feel strong? Yeah. Don't you feel like going home? Sure. Then get the hell out of my apartment and take.
Okay, I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Breeze.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his head.
Well spoken on some niggas that been jailbroken. Heard he told on his plug, CO left his cell open. Might go out in the blaze of glory, still in hell toting, dumping that Lucifer, seeing Sawyer with the barrel smoke. That's how we know the Drake hit when ain't no seal on it. Brody still a make a fake brick and put the smell on it. Traffic in the bag, ain't got no paper trail on it. $1 million in cash, would you kill for it? No punchlines, no cute shit. Cause if I press play, my niggas really knew shit. Had dog bleeding from the mouth, thick as mucus, niggas boosting on the Merkins. We just heard a bunch of shooting. Real underground kings, we come from the sewage. Don't let me do it to you, Dunny, cause I overdo it. This murder music with Ali, he co-wrote and produced it, coke in the microwave. I showboat when I nuke it. Snakes on the collar of my shirt, this polo so exclusive. Out in Vegas at the Mirage, shit ain't no illusion. You know who winning, but of course we all know who losing. Jump with them killers off the porch, we all know who ruled. For the bad guy in the movie, smoking on the Cuban. Dope sweet as Susie Q, I got the smokers poofing. No excuses, so my behavior was broken, stupid, contributing, doing the devil's work on my joint and loop.
See it in your face. I got the good stuff.
Loafing in the spot with inbox, making peel flips, field trips, touched a couple hundred, need a meal ticket. Ghetto nigga, putting up numbers like I'm Will Smith, real shit. Pack a little darker, but it's still pip. Scratching snips in the magic marker, way this blue hit. Still with the shits up the stick and hit the kill switch. Crumbled up past, come assorted like some trail mix. Shellfish, balls by the ton like a selfish. With this loaded gun, I get you melted. Attorney left my Cody Main feeling helpless. Lost bro to murder one. All the pain, I done felt it. H, I done scaled it. The cane, I done dealt it. Get popped with a brick. Out of state and catch a Elvis. Eldritch, how long we been taking federal jail risks? Now every time the mail run, that's a 12 strip. What is this velvet? Bust at your helmet. RIP you and your OG, fuck a spell check. DA tried to snatch my bond back, but my bill said Kel-Tec, clip $150, put you on bed rest, held back, dropped out twice, never been held back. It ain't really too much shit in life, a nigga failed that. Been to hell and back, came on 19 with jail tax. Now we leaving niggas at the light in them Hellcat.